Too.
Good morning, everybody.
We
This
are live.
Yeti is a great product. It's a great, well-known brand.
Yeti.
You got
I
your
have my
Yeti. The Yeti is just
Can't live
amazing.
without my Yeti.
This is the Paul W. Smith Show on News Talk 760 WJR. It's Christmas on us. We're honoring Michigan's military. And this year, we're adding frontline workers and first responders watching over us in 2020 to our list of heroes. This morning's holiday special is presented by Ahe Jewelers. Now, for WJR's Christmas on Us, here's Paul.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Well, it's our Christmas on Us Friday, a tradition that's grown to include, as Mr. Announcer just said, not just our military personnel, but our other heroes, the heroes that work the front lines. And that could be anybody in any frontline situation, whether you're a nurse, a doctor, a technician, an ambulance driver, EMS, EMT, if you clean the hospitals, if you keep them in what we used to call spick and span shape, there's so many first responders out there that we have been depending on since March to keep us as healthy as we can be. And so we celebrate that and more on this Friday, December 18th, the 353rd day of 2020 with 13 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And, of course, Marie Osborne just finished the news, doing a great job for us, and we appreciate that, Marie. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Paul. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Rich Luzinski is in for Dana. Rich always doing a nice job, and I think he has the logo behind him for our big broadcast tomorrow afternoon.
Yay!
Starting at 4 o'clock. Now, Rich, you're so much better at these things than I am. I thought I was proud, and I thought I did a big deal by taking the first logo that announced this broadcast and putting it on my Instagram account, Paul W. Spinsta.
Good job.
Well, yeah, but then you guys changed the logo, and it said, use this one. Well, if you think I know how to erase the one on Instagram and put a different one in,
that's all right. It probably still has the correct information.
I'm running the original. I think the only thing it didn't say was WJR.com, but I say it all the time, and I think I said it underneath, with the lines. Anyway, Rich is here, and also going to be celebrating this Friday with us on this Christmas on Us. Brian Morton is in the booth and making sure all the controls are working and that our signal gets out to everywhere from everywhere we are. Mike Kim is up and at him, and it got me an explanation for something I'll explain a little bit later. And then our executive producer running the show by the clock, a grandfather's clock, of course, Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Dub. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. I will get the sad news out of the way, and this has been tough all night for me because I found out about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, and I can't dwell on it. We can't do a good show if we dwell on sadness, but COVID has struck again, and though it struck thousands and thousands of times right here in Michigan, when it's somebody else that you know or somebody else that you've had dealings with, in our case, had on the show a number of times and have watched him over these many, many years in the different ways he served Detroit. The sad news of the death of Benny Napoleon hit me last night, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and that's a good way of putting it. It hit me. Mm-hmm. It was a tough one.
I think it's a gut punch, Paul.
It is a gut punch. It makes it even more real, this horrific virus that has affected us for such a long period of time. And for many of us, it's just been a pain in the butt. But it's much worse than that, as many families know from losing loved ones. And now the city of Detroit, the county of Wayne, the state of Michigan, and these United States have lost one fine man again. This time, though, it's somebody we know well, Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon. We send our thoughts, our prayers, and our love to his daughter and the rest of his family and friends. Alrighty, it is 5:43 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Alrighty, let's check in our WJR traffic and weather first, and we've got Rich Lazinski in with us today. Rich?
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Operating Engineers 324. Operating Engineers 324 run the heavy equipment that's building Michigan's roads. Remember to slow down and pay attention at work zones for the workers' safety and yours. OE 324, we build, we operate, we maintain. Visit OE324.org. We have an accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway, blocking your right shoulder, and your roadways reduced to one lane on Chainer in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Here's your forecast.
Chilly weather sticking around, a little bit of rain and snow to deal with here. Might have a flurry or a snow shower this morning, otherwise becoming partly cloudy later, 35. Overnight tonight, the clouds roll back in, 28. Tomorrow, a few snow showers, but no accumulation expected, 37. Sunday, cloudy with a high near 40. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, News Talk 760 WJR.
All right, Ray, about 28 degrees wherever you might be at this moment, 28 degrees on this cold December 18th, as we are getting all set already to enter Christmas week, and lots of great programming on WJR. Today it's our special Christmas on Us broadcast presented by Ahee Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947. And we celebrate Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3, Monday through Friday. He stops by first thing in the morning, Monday through Friday as well. Rush?
On Monday, Apple announced that they're going to spend $2.5 billion of their own dollars to help fix the affordable housing crisis in California. Within hours of this announcement, Democrat presidential candidate Crazy Bernie launched a vicious attack on Apple. Sanders accused Apple, private company, of hypocrisy. He claimed that Apple helped create California's housing crisis. Sanders blamed Apple for raking in $800 million in tax subsidies and for keeping $250 billion of their profits offshore in order to avoid paying confiscatory taxes in America. Now, people have all kinds of opinions about Apple, but the specific company isn't the point. No American corporation deserves this kind of contempt from Bernie Sanders simply for being successful. The jobs created by Apple corporations have helped fuel the economy, the world economy. It provided billions of dollars in tax revenue. Now, what product or service has Bernie Sanders ever created to benefit mankind? Absolutely nothing. Yet this unhinged socialist ingrate is slamming a company willing to help California out, while he ignores the socialist policies that are ruining that state. This is classic crazy. And by the way, Crazy Bernie, the profit that Apple makes is their money. It isn't yours. They earned it, and they are very wise to keep it out of your hand.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. Well, among other things, today is Answer the Telephone Like Buddy the Elf Day, Arabic Language Day, Give a Wine Club Day, International Migrants Day, Underdog Day, and for us, importantly, National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. And I'm happy to say that the most successful, ugliest sweaters come from the great state of Michigan, and we'll talk to the people from the so-called Ugly Sweater Company, the uglychristmassweater.com. And we're all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters today, and only our friends, Paul W.'s pals, can even see it and know that we are. But we are. Let's go to Marie first and take a look at that ugly sweater. Doesn't look, oh, there's more to it. I see. I was going to say, it didn't look that ugly. but it gets uglier.
Yeah, it does. It's cute. It says Central Perk on it, from Friends. Remember the coffee shop on Friends? It was called Central Perk, right? Am I right? I think that's where that comes from.
I think you're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cute. It's very, got to speak up today. Our sweaters are so loud.
But
Sorry.
And Rich, last minute, got the memo, has an ugly sweater. What's most frightening about Rich is that, well, when this was all set up and Ann is putting it together, we didn't know that Rich would be here. So we didn't get to order him an ugly sweater. He just happened to have one in his closet.
What do you know?
Good for you, Rich.
Well, most of my wardrobe is ugly. I just lucked out.
That's not true.
I think that sweater looks nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mine is the Grinch.
Cute.
All your sweaters are ugly, it says.
Oh, speaking of Rich, were you reading her sweater, Rich, when you said all my clothing is ugly? There it is. Mine has Xmas on it, and I didn't know that. I didn't look at it carefully, but I've never been a fan of Xmas, but I just explained a little while ago to the gang off air that Xmas actually goes back to like the 1500s, and the X was Christ. I mean, it stood for Christ, so the X would be Christianity. So it's just as much Christianity as saying Christmas. Well, I grew up, and Ann did, and maybe all of you did, that we thought, oh, people are using Xmas. They're taking the Christ out of Christmas. That's absolutely not the case, as we learned. Anyway, here's my sweater. I got to kind of stand up to see what it says. And
I got a heart. I love
Xmas.
Xmas. Ho,
Yeah.
ho,
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 ho.
Xmas. I
And
love
he's
it.
jingling, Marie. He's got jingles on the side. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
look at that. Yay.
On WJR, honoring
Oh, that's
Michigan's
extraordinary.
military.
Okay, that's a good one.
Frontline workers and first responders
That's a
attacking
good one.
us in this pandemic. It's
Mr.
Christmas
Smith
on-
was electrocuted while doing his morning show.
Once again. Here's Paul W. Smith.
I did. Kim just walked in, reminded me to turn my lights on, but again, she's 15 seconds behind. So here we are on National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, and we're all wearing our ugly Christmas sweaters here on the otherwise beautiful, handsome Paul W. Smith show on WJR. So throughout the morning, we'll meet some very deserving families with our Christmas on Us broadcast. Presented by Ahe Jewelers, celebrating life special moments since 1947. And also sponsored in part by Oxford Recovery Center, Guernsey Farms, Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingart's, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, and Warren Consolidated Schools. It is quite a selection of gifts and cash that we'll be giving 5 families this morning throughout the show. You'll meet them online and on the radio because we will be doing the show online on our various social media outlets all morning long, and we're looking forward to that. Anyone bring anything to the table this morning that they wanted to be sure to bring up or mention before I dive into a couple of things? Anything?
I just wanted to say a couple more things about Napoleon because we work so closely with him, Paul.
Yeah.
I will always remember him for his incredible laugh and his big smile. And he had a really tough job, and he was one of the nice guys I ever met.
Absolutely.
That is
Yeah.
absolutely the truth.
Jim Schaefer, the Free Press reporter, put a really great tribute on Facebook, and he said that back in the Coleman Young era, there was a messaging clampdown among the police department where, no one could speak to the media. That was just kind of an unwritten rule. So he said, but he had a couple people within the department who would always talk to him, and one of them was Benny. And I remember the first time I interviewed him, I was an FM reporter, which that's way down on the totem pole of respect. And he was the head of the gang squad, and he first really became known nationally during the Nancy Kerrigan
Right.
incident.
Did a lot of reports on that nationwide.
He had just been named the police chief, and then here he is in the national media. And he, through the years, he's just always been gracious and open and honest and very, very wonderful to deal with. He's going to be sorely missed.
Sorely missed, and a guy I'd love to speak with if we were having a regular show rather than with a lot of families that are being invited in to celebrate Christmas. The guy I want to have on is Ike Mckinnon. Ike was his mentor.
Yes.
He was Benny's mentor. He spoke to Benny about finishing his education, and Benny didn't just go back to school and finish his education. He got his law degree.
Yes.
He did a lot. He did an awful lot, and I'd say that it was Ike Mckinnon that helped Benny Napoleon set his sails for life. There's a lot of great comments. Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy said, quote, "I cannot even begin to imagine a world without Benny in it. He was a beloved, iconic, and respected law enforcement official. He was progressive, and he was old school. He was tough, and he had a heart of gold. But most of all, he was a genuine, caring, and loyal friend and colleague. I will miss him forever." We have great statements from the mayor. We have them from Sheriff Michael Bouchard, who was just on with us yesterday on the day that he was being sworn in for, was it the 6th term as sheriff for Michael?
Term, yeah.
Six for Michael. Mm-hmm.
Sixth term being sworn in. And in line with what one of you just said, U.S. Attorney Matthew Schneider, Eastern District of Michigan, said, "I always enjoyed spending time with Benny. We worked together closely on law enforcement matters to protect the families and neighborhoods of Wayne County. Through those challenging times, Benny's smile always brightened our days."
Beautiful smile. Yes.
And thought.
We frequently wake people up in the job that we have here in the morning. And there were many, many times that I would call Benny and wake him up and ask him to come on. And he never turned me down. He was accessible to this show throughout his entire lifetime. I appreciate that.
He was always like that with reporters. Just great. Never afraid to answer questions, which a lot of our public figures don't want to talk to you. They don't want to answer, but he didn't. Maybe he didn't like the answer, or maybe he'd say, "I can't answer that," but he would give you an answer.
Yeah, and honest to goodness, as all of us have referred to his smile, he always had a smile with his answer, and it's just a gut punch. And as you put it, that's a good way to put it, a gut punch. We'll have further details as they become available, but we know it was COVID-19. He went into the hospital. He went on the ventilator early. His daughter sang because he said, I need to rest. I need to heal my body. So he went on the ventilator. But I hear this too much. People going on ventilators and never getting off. I think there's a thought there, and I'm not sure what it is, but
well, they're not using the ventilators the way they did at the beginning, Paul. They're being a little more judicious with how they use that.
I hope so. I think they needed to be. Anyway, we'll be thinking about Benny Napoleon, Sheriff Napoleon, all-around good guy. May he rest in peace. 556 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
All right, let's check it. Our WJR Traffic and Weather first, and the one and only Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by the Metro Detroit chapter of Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, SMACNA. SMACNA contractors fabricate, install, and service heating and cooling ventilation systems, build metal roofing, and much more for your commercial, industrial, public, or residential project. They take all the necessary precautions, getting the job done right and on time. Hire Detroit's best. Visit smacnad.org. We have an accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway, blocking your right shoulder. Another wreck on Beverly Road, east of Middlebelt Road. And your roadway's reduced to 1 lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Cloudy, it's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski. WJR News in 2 minutes.
Well, we have
So,
some
Paul,
other news. Yes,
Does Kimmy have her ugly sweater on? Could we
she
see that?
does.
Could she please come in the picture and
She will hear us in 15 seconds asking
And
for her
she'll
to
come
come
in.
into the room so that she'll hear that.
now, do you have matching? Are these matchers, the two
These
of
are
you?
exactly the same. Mine is just bigger than hers, much bigger. But we have other
They're really-
news this morning that we share first with the Paul's Pals, the people tuned in on social media. So you'll hear this first officially from us by being tuned in early on social media, waking up with us. We so appreciate each and every one of you. You've added a lot to our lives and to our broadcast.
Yep.
But it was announced late last night, 10:38 p.m., by our boss, Steve Finateri, the Vice President Market Manager for Cumulus Detroit, that after a great 5 years with the Detroit Lions, he wanted to let us know that we are going to be ending our play-by-play partnership with the Lions at the end of this season. Both the team and this team of WJR expressed a desire to continue the partnership, but this is business, folks, and unable to agree to terms that worked for each other. So we thank the Ford family. We thank Rod Wood for the opportunity, as we've enjoyed working with everyone in their organization. And the fact of the matter is, the Detroit Lions are an important part of our community, and we will always be supporters of the team. Go Lions. So the end of the season, we will no longer be their play-by-play partner. That's sad and unfortunate, not totally unexpected, but it's business, and business decisions are made, and not always the ones that we embrace or like, but it is what it is. So I don't know if Kim has heard us talking about her or not in the other room, but she'll come this way if she has.
I'll text her.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to
text her.
see
That'd
it,
be
Paul.
good. Yeah. Text her. I think she's gonna slip right in here. He's in my messy desk area, which looks like I'm in a closet because part of me is in a closet. Hey, you move around, you do what you can do. Here she
Right.
comes.
Oh, good. I hear her
Yeah.
jingling.
Yes,
This
mine's
is
the only
Claus
sweater that you can
jingling
hear
toward us.
for our regular listeners, and then for those of you who are with us online, my sweet Kim.
Oh, hi, Kimmy. Good morning. Don't you look pretty in that? Paul, could you? Good
Hello.
morning.
What's Annie
Paul,
saying?
could you please turn your lights on like Kimmy?
Yeah, I can.
Boy, are
I don't-
those cute.
I don't know if we have enough bandwidth on StreamYard to have both those lights on.
Now, mine is not doing as much action as yours.
Maybe there's settings.
I only have one set. Oh, here, no, it just took a moment to get get warmed up.
Aren't they great, Rich? We have
Here,
Mr.
come
and
back.
Mrs. Claus with us this morning. Oh,
Yeah,
aren't they
Oh,
cute?
and now it's not doing it as like yours is. There it goes. I don't know what
There
I
it
do to make it start going fast like that. But
Maybe you got to
anyway,
move around.
there's my beautiful wife. Here, move your. There.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm squatting here.
Oh, now you're too low. All right. See, this is not by any means a regular studio. There we go. Well, we want to see that, but we also want to see you. All right.
You guys look wonderful. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you for everything
says-
you do for us.
She says thank you, Kimmy, and Ann says thank you for everything you do for us. She says you're welcome.
Your utility bills can go up in December. I
can feel my electric bill going up just by wearing this. I just love these guys, and we're having Mr. Wjr on. Is he the president, CEO, owner?
He's the co-owner. He's the
co-owner of this uglychristmassweater.com. You're seeing them all over. In the beginning, we just had them on and talked about it, but their fine PR guy, Jason, of
publicity or
publicity.com or something. Jason
Brown.
We're gonna help you change the name so that we can say it easily. It's like spelled public city, but it's like publicity.com.
Exactly.
Jason Brown, a great young man who was our intern. I wonder if he hates hearing that every time I say it. Maybe
no, I don't think so.
He
Paul,
was a kid.
We are going to try to add in a few guests. In the first one at 6:35, could you put in Mark Hackle? He'd like to say a few things about Benny.
Yeah, boy. Then if we're going to do that, then I'm
going to try to get Ike too.
Yeah, we should get Ike McKinnon.
If I get Ike, I would put Ike toward the end of the show, around 8:48, because we'll have a little room there when we're finished congratulating our families. So stay tuned.
Okay. And, Sheriff Michael Bouchard has a statement. Mark Hackle has a statement. The mayor has a statement. Right. Anybody who knew Benny is going to have a statement.
Something. The governor has a statement. He was
just a great guy. So many people, even one of our Paul's Pals listeners had a story about riding, I think, in a police car with Benny. Not because he was in trouble or anything. I just saw it at one point. Let's see. Bill.
Benny's family. We knew the story about his brother, but many people in his family got COVID.
Oh, they did?
And, like I think a significant number got hit really hard.
Man, that's a shame.
And he probably got that doing his job, because there's been a lot of police officers and, captains and, sheriffs that have been hit with COVID.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's the truth. And people out there working hard.
Think of Craig.
His daughter, Tiffany Jackson, is predominantly mentioned in all the stories. It was apparently Benny and his daughter, Tiffany.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned about the sheriff's office. They lost one commander and two deputies to COVID-19. That's just the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. The DPD also suffered mightily of COVID-19 with losses. And
Chief Craig recovered from
it. And
right.
he was sick. He was
very sick. We talked to him quite a bit during that illness.
Yeah, Paul used to check on him. Paul was checking on him all the time.
He was real sick. And, these are guys that, at least by appearances, are in pretty good shape. Yeah, take good care physically, take good care of themselves.
And they work out.
They have to be on their toes
to work out. They've got physical jobs that have kept them in good shape much of their lives.
This is the Paul W. Smith Show on News Talk 760 WJR. It's Christmas on us. We're honoring Michigan's military. And this year, we're adding frontline workers and first responders watching over us in 2020 to our list of heroes. This morning's holiday special is presented by Ahee Jewelers. Now, for WJR's Christmas on Us, here's Paul.
Good Friday morning to you. It is our special Christmas on Us broadcast annually here on the Paul W. Smith Show at WJR. And thanks to our good friends at Ahee Jewelers, who've had a tough year, losing the matriarch, Betty Jean Ahee, losing John Ahee, our dear friend of the brothers who took over for mom and dad and continued to work side by side, celebrating life's special moments in 1947. It's Friday, December 18th, the 353rd day of 2020, with just 13 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And for those tuning in, we'll be on all morning long on our social media feeds, either the WJR Facebook page and or WJR.com. And you'll be able to see the ugly sweaters. Mine, I think, is the only one you can hear because I have bells up and down my sleeves. So that's not your cat running around the house right now. If you have a bell on there to
it's the good humor man.
It's the good humor man. If you're just waking up, if the alarm goes off at 6, you may not have heard what we've been talking about. Because of the day and because of the things that we're going to be doing, we won't be able to dwell on it as much as we would like to, but we lost a great man late last night. Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon has been taken from us because of COVID-19. And we had Wayne County Executive Warren Evans on this week, and I asked him how Benny was doing, and that's when he informed us that he thought that Benny was still on the respirator, on the ventilator. And when Warren Evans said that, I thought, ay, because we've heard so many not good endings that have a ventilator involved. Now, that's not to say that many people haven't come off the ventilator and been fine. And as Marie mentioned earlier, they're looking at it a little differently now, not using the ventilator quite the way they did in the beginning. But be that as it may, we lost Benny Napoleon, and it's a very big loss. But we do have to carry on, and we have a show to do, and there's a lot going on, and we want to talk about all the things of the day. And throughout the day, there'll be others weighing in on a great, great man with a great smile and a great attitude from everything we've ever seen. And every dealing we ever had with Benny Napoleon was a happy one, was a good one, no matter what we were talking about. All right. Anybody have anything in particular they need to bring up? I have my first disappointment, and I'm way behind the rest of you, but my first disappointment with The Crown.
Oh, what is
Why
it?
is that?
Well, let's see. How many seasons? Have there been 6 seasons?
Yeah,
Marie?
I think there's 6. Yeah,
You watched them all.
I have.
You've handled this better than I have. Anne hasn't started watching it yet. I don't know
And
if Rich has.
I did. I watched one episode last night.
I hope the first one. You got to start at the
Yeah.
yeah,
beginning.
you got to start at the beginning.
Number
Rich, have you
I
watched
did.
it?
Number 1.
Okay, good for you, Annie. Rich,
I
have you
have
watched?
No, but I have been drinking a lot of Crown Royal. If that-
Okay, that it's
In the spirit of things.
on balance. I think you're probably ahead of all of us. But here's what I didn't like. You'll talk me through this, Riri. My first disappointment in The Crown was because we've been binge watching, and now they've replaced my favorite people playing the roles.
Well,
There's a different queen. This is 2020. I've seen people age 50, 60, 70 years with makeup. And at
No.
least then you'd have the essence of the same person. When this new episode started in season 2, we're only on, I think. I said, who the heck is that? Oh my God, they've taken away the queen.
Olivia Colman replacing, I can't remember who the first.
I loved the first queen,
Yeah.
and I loved the
Claire Foy.
craziness of Philip, and
Yeah.
at least Winston Churchill. They let him stay till he died.
Yeah.
Great.
Great. Well, but I thought they did very well in replacing them, Paul. I'm so sorry to hear you didn't like the replacements because they
I
had
just
to.
didn't like that. I didn't. They could be even better actors. I don't know yet, but I just didn't like. To me, the disruption of changing them. I think they could have
Claire
gone way
Foy.
longer.
Yeah, Claire Foy was the original
Claire
queen,
Foy
and
is
then
the
Olivia
original
Colman took over from her. And Olivia Colman, I won't tell you anything else, but her acting ability in some of these later episodes, with just a look of the eye and just a comment like, "Oh well," really sets the scene and the tone. I think you'll be delighted. She does such a great
And
job.
maybe after a few episodes, I'll then accept her as the queen and Philip as Philip. but those roles have been emblazoned in my mind from the first season in all those episodes. So all of a sudden, a new episode started, and it was all new people, and I went, wait a minute, I wasn't ready to let go of the other characters. And I'm sure, I mean, right away I can see this queen is, I don't want to say meaner, but she is tougher. And I guess that comes from being queen for a longer period of time.
It does. It definitely, I mean, and you can see that transition in her from this young girl who was spirited and, gung ho to this woman who is much more reserved and much more pensive in her approach to her royal duties.
I didn't know Philip was such a handful. He really was. He was not a good man early on in his life.
Well, well, first of all, this is a TV show, people. So, this is creative license here.
There's a lot of creative license, no doubt.
Yeah. So, but he had a very interesting childhood himself. I mean, when you look at the childhoods of these people,
horrible.
Some of it can be pretty sad.
Horrible.
And Philip had a very unusual childhood, very unusual.
Which makes it hard to believe. And I'm not telling any tales out of school. Well, some people may not have started it till we started talking about it this way, but I'll say this. Having gone to the school he went to and endured, why the heck would he send his son there? I haven't figured that one out at all.
Well, that continues to this day, sending your children away at a bit. Well, Prince, the new prince has not done that. They have not sent their children away. But that's tradition, is to send your children away at 7, 8 years old. Ooh.
Yeah, man. Not good. Not good. Well, it's just a television show rooted in some historical fact, but a lot of playing around with it. I have a new favorite apple. Honeycrisp has been my favorite apple since I met Honeycrisp. There's another one that we can't find around here called Evercrisp. Evercrisp from Albion, New York, where Kim is from. And she knows the family, the Kirby family that raises these apples. And we just tasted some again yesterday. Her brother, Scott, and sister-in-law, Sue, sent us some for Christmas. They're unbelievable. I don't know how you can find them, but I'll give you the farm name. Maybe you can go to Kirby'sFM.com, like at Kirby's Farm. Maybe they can ship them to you as well. But Evercrisp, I'm telling you, if you like Honeycrisp, you're going to love Evercrisp. I think. 6:15 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19. But for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Some good medical information that affects all of this morning crew, I can tell you that. A new study finds that drinking red wine, eating cheese, could help reduce cognitive decline. Well, I'm all in for that. Cheese is a surprise. The red wine we've talked about for years, how healthy it is. Now let's talk about how healthy things are on the road and weather-wise with our WJR Traffic and Weather First and Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. We have an accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway blocking your right shoulder. Another wreck on Beverly Road east of Middlebelt Road, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repair. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Liberty Title, protecting property since 1974. $2 billion a year is lost to cybercrime and identity theft in real estate transactions. Liberty Title insures and secures your closing dollars, now offering creative closing options to keep you safe, including remote online notarization, curbside, and contactless closings. You have a choice. Choose libertytitle.com. Here's your forecast.
Don't see much dancing around this morning, but there could be a flurry or a snow shower, then becoming partly cloudy and 35 this afternoon. Right on target for normal. Overnight tonight, becoming cloudy 28. Tomorrow, a few snow showers, no accumulation. I think we stay above freezing at 37. Sunday, cloudy with a high close to 40. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on News Talk 760 WJR.
All righty. Well, we're going to stay online for the whole show rather than switch back and forth because we'll meet our 5 families today for Christmas on Us via social media, so you can watch or just continue to listen if you have to be on your way. But we'll carry it all here on 760 WJR, the great voice of the Great Lakes and the great Christmas on Us station. Annie, you got a lot of plans. We already heard from Dr. Fauci what we knew he would say, which is he's not having his kids come over for Christmas. We're probably not going to have anybody around for Christmas. Losing Benny Napoleon just kind of drives that point home. It's taking lots of people, and it continues to kill people. Those numbers are still up, aren't they, Annie?
Yes, they are definitely still up every day. Over 200,000 people around the country, close to 3,000 dead every day. And to answer your question, Paul, I am going to do something outside in the freezing cold.
Oh, you're going to have the kids come over and you're going to do something outside?
I'm going to put out a little bonfire on the driveway, and they could stay in their cars. I'm going to have a drive-in Christmas lunch.
Wait a minute. Oh, that is so cute. They are going to pull up in their cars.
Yes.
And you are going to serve them a Christmas dinner in their cars, like a real drive-in.
Yes. And they are welcome. They could get out and if they have a mask on and be in the garage, just kind of roam around the property. But it is going to be about 25. The high is going to be 25. And I'm going to serve kind of like a lunch. I'm going to get Wiggly's corned beef.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm going to put it in individual containers, because they don't want anybody touching the food.
Right.
So I have kind of a plan, because there are some people in my family that are very concerned that I'm going to cancel Christmas. But I explained, Paul, you can't cancel Christmas. That's not a thing.
Well,
Christmas goes on.
You can't cancel Christmas, but you certainly have to make changes, which is what you're doing. And please promise me this. This would be, I'll send a television crew. I want to see the barrister, Ed Battersby, a lawyer extraordinaire. I want to see Ed on roller skating to each car making food deliveries. Come on, let's imagine that for a second.
Yeah, let's imagine that for a second.
Okay, I'm done imagining it. The likeliness of it happening is less than 0.
Yes.
I'm just going to say.
Yes.
Brian, I'm sorry I missed one of your requests here. I will work it in somewhere.
And Brian says we need to take a break here.
He's saying we need a break here, but we need a
break.
We're not on the air, are we?
I believe that we are still. So why don't you do your
Are we on the radio as well as?
Yes, I believe we are. So
There's
why don't you do your?
That's going to be a problem. I'm not going to be able to know when we are and when we aren't.
So why don't you do your AHI read, and we'll take a break.
All right. Christmas, as we all know, is around the corner as we enter officially Christmas week this coming week, or maybe you can start it this weekend. This year, more than ever, it's important to celebrate special people in our lives. I can't think of anyone better to help mark your special moment than our friends at AHI Jewelers. Having been a part of the countless moments since 1947, the AHI family is dedicated to providing the exceptional service they've become internationally recognized for, along with a personalized experience, an experience that I can promise you won't find anywhere else. Family owned and operated over 3 generations. I've worked with all of the generations at AHI's. It occurs to me, having met them over 25 years ago. The AHI's understand the importance of celebrating loved ones. You'll be amazed by their vast selection of timepieces from coveted brands, including exclusively in Michigan, Patek Philippe, Cartier, the inventor of the wristwatch, Tag Heuer, Shinola. In addition to their own spectacular line of in-house created jewelry, you'll find luxury brands you're familiar with like Roberto Coin, Mikimoto, David Yurman, Nico Cooley, and many others. Visit the showroom on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, decorated to holiday perfection. Plenty of convenient, free, easy parking. You can visit them online, too, at ahee.com, A-H-E-E, ahee.com, or by phone with the Ahee Concierge Program. You'll love their beautiful complimentary holiday gift wrap and free delivery. This Christmas, commemorate the moment with a gift from Ahee Jewelers and experience why everyone who knows the Ahees always feels like family. And today, that's how we'll feel, too, with our Christmas on Us celebration presented by Ahee Jewelers. On WJR at 6:23.
We've been waiting for COVID-19
So,
vaccines to be.
Yes, ma'am.
So Brian says switch over to chat, and he's going to text and put everything in chat, private chat. You know how on here, that's the best way to communicate with you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing is coming up after the news will be Macomb County Executive.
You're breaking up just a little. I'm sorry.
Coming up after the news, Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle.
After the news
at 6:35. Yeah, 6:35. We're going to talk to Mark.
So we're coming back, or are we not? Yeah, we're coming back if we have time for Letter to a Friend.
If we have time, yeah. I told him to play his 3 minutes, and then we can. I'd like to at least try to get Letter to a Friend in. We can always put your mom's song in anywhere.
Right. It's
you know
shorter.
what I mean? Because that's shorter. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. Hopefully, we can. When we.
I just need to. I'm going to lose track of when we're on both and when we're just on social media. Obviously, we're just on social media right now, and we'll be around. Now I see what Brian's saying. He'll be back at about 26 in less than 2 minutes. So
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you wanted, the next half hour is not anything with Christmas on Us, so you could either stay what you're doing or you could do the other one. But the quality sounds good. Nobody's complaining, right?
As long as it's not breaking up.
It sounds okay, right?
They'll let us know if they
tell us. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to try these Evercrisp apples. I'm not sure.
I looked them up. They look amazing.
They're really.
So they mailed them to you?
The crunch. Yeah, they were the Christmas present from Scott and Sue Derry, Kim's brother, and they still live in Western New York. And they're actually these family farms in Albion, which is where Kim was born and raised. And I did find Kirby's Fresh Market, and the Kirby's is where these apples.
I see the yeah. It says to order you can order it right over. You make a phone call and just order it.
Constantly inspecting, upgrading, and monitoring our lines 24/7, 365.
By the way, that the fudge,
natural gas is there for you.
From Mackinac Island,
energy.com. TE.
Unbelievable. I mean, like double their orders.
Paul W. Smith,
I know.
Susan,
Awesome.
Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers
I'll
and
be
first
back.
responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
And we couldn't do this without the help of our other people, along with Ahee Jewelers, our primary sponsor. We've got Oxford Recovery Center, Guernsey Farms Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB Family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingarts, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, and Warren Consolidated Schools, making it extra special for these extra special people you'll meet throughout the show today. One of our other traditions on the Paul W. Smith Show is sending you a Christmas card the way we come to you over the radio. So ours is indeed the original audio Christmas card. We did it back in the 70s. We've been doing it ever since. Reading from Fra Giovanni that my friend Guy Ludwig, Luddy, Laudisi, and I put together with my father, the late William D. Smith, with this recording called Letter to a Friend.
I salute you. I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. There is nothing I can give you which you have not got, but there is much, very much, that when I cannot give it, you can take. No heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in today. Take heaven. No peace lies in the future, which is not hidden in this present little instance. Take peace. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. There's radiance and glory in the darkness, could we but see. And to see we have only to look. I beseech you to look. Life is so generous a giver, but we, judging its gifts by their covering, cast them away as ugly or heavy or hard. Remove the covering and you will find beneath it a living splendor, woven of love, by wisdom, with power. Welcome it, grasp it, and you touch the angel's hand that brings it to you. Everything we call a trial or a sorrow or a duty, believe me, that angel's hand is there. The gift is there, and the wonder of an overshadowing presence. Our joys, too, be not content with them as joys. They, too, conceal diviner gifts. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty beneath its covering, that you will find earth but cloaks your heaven. Courage, then, to claim it, that is all. But courage you have, and the knowledge that we are pilgrims together, wending through unknown country, home. And so at this Christmas time, I greet you, not quite as the world sends greetings, but with the profound esteem and with the prayer that for you, now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away. Merry Christmas.
My late father, William D. Smith, and one of our traditions around here, wherever I am, we take Dad along. And I mentioned that he was in a show. He was in theater around here at least once as Daniel Atherton, his stage name, with Lila Lazarus, his mother. And I think it was like the Jewish Community Theater, something like that. But it also occurs to me how lucky I am to have that recording and to be able to share it with you. But, you know, back when we did that, none of us had these cell phones. All of us have these now. And might I suggest you do a little interview during the Christmas season with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or aunts and uncles or people. Do a little interview. There's a way to do that on your cell phone. And keep that. And you'll have it forever. And you'll have their voice forever, because you won't have them forever, as we so well know, which is why I say make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Record some of your family and friends so that they can be with you forever too. Just a thought. 6:30 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by MGM Grand Detroit. At MGM Grand Detroit, they hope you're staying healthy and safe during this time. They can't wait to see you again as soon as they reopen. When they do, they know your next visit back will be a grand time. In the meantime, be safe, stay healthy, and remember to always mask up. MGM Grand Detroit, 21 plus.
And I think Rich Lazinski is 21 plus, so he can be here with our WJR Traffic and Weather first. Rich?
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. We have an accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway, blocking your right shoulder. Another wreck on Beverly Road east of Middle Belt Road, and your roadways reduced to one lane on Shaner and both directions between 21 and 22 mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Cloudy, it's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski, WJR News. In just a moment.
This is Lila Lazarus. When an emergency happens, don't wait till it's too late to get the care you need. St. Joe's emergency rooms are safe and open, with stringent measures to make sure you get the care you need in a safe environment. Don't delay care. Visit the ER when needed.
Michigan State Police just moments ago announcing that they have canceled their Amber Alert for 2 young children out of Madison Heights. The 2 little girls, ages 4 months and 1 year, have been found safe. We have no other details about if police were able to apprehend the person who was accused of taking those young girls. He spent his entire career in law enforcement. Wayne,
you need anything, Deb? You're all set?
No, but it's funny because it was a Lila Lazarus commercial that just came up there. And also Marie let me know that Lila's mom, who I'd mentioned had been running that, I think, the Jewish Community Theater, passed away just this, I think she said, just last month.
Oh, really?
So Lila's mom passed away. So condolences to Lila and her family. But
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Like I said, nobody's going to be around forever. And as much as I really enjoy being able to pull out a tape and play my dad, because I was in the radio business back then and could get that recorded and have it, we all can do something like that with our phones now.
It's a great idea, especially that Twisted Wave. You
Yeah,
know that one app?
Is that what I use?
You used that one time when you interviewed Dan Gilbert up at Mackinac, and I couldn't believe how good the quality was.
Quality is unbelievable. Is that what it was called? Mine was
Twisted Wave.
Well,
there's a bunch of them. But the one,
yeah, this one I've got hundreds of recordings here. I better go through this, but maybe is that what TW stands for? Twisted Wave.
Yeah.
So that's what I have, and I Twisted Wave Recorder, TW Recorder.
Yep,
and
that's it.
Is that free or am I paying for that? I don't remember.
It's free. It's free.
So imagine that, folks. You could do Twisted Wave Recorder, or mine says TW Recorder, and the quality is broadcast quality, because I've done interviews in a pinch with my phone, and you can send it, email it when you know, and then we get it on the air, and it works well. What did I send to?
Now that I'm thinking about that, have you done that with your mom?
Yes, but it's I tried to then send it to my email, and it was too big a file. So you have to Dropbox it and stuff, and frankly, you have to do a lot of stuff that I'm not that familiar with. I Dropbox pictures. That seems easy.
Yeah.
But the audio is a little more challenging, just for me, not for the average person who knows what they're doing. But yeah, I've talked to my mother, and she's 94. We're going to keep her around at least to 100, I'm hoping. And I say always aim higher. Don't just go to 100. That's what Grandpa Harry did. And he was 6 months into being 100, and he kind of looked around and said, all I ever said was I wanted to live to be 100. That was it. He was done. So I say I shoot for 120. If I only make it to 115, so be it. But anyway, nobody's going to be around forever. If you can capture some of the things, and frankly, ask questions too, because I realize everybody's gone around me. All the aunts and the uncles and the my older brother Mark and my dad, and you ask the questions while you can, because once these family members are gone, there's going to be no one to answer those family questions. And unless somebody has written a family history in your family, you might not know that sort of thing. Now, Grandpa Harry actually wrote a family history, and I am so thankful for that. And now Mother, Sweet Marie, has picked up with that and has been writing a family history. And, some of the things that worry me about cell phones is we don't have pictures and scrapbooks anymore.
Right.
I got like 15,000 photographs on my phone. So what? When I'm an old man and hopefully I'm blessed with grandchildren, I can't say, here, sit down, let's look at my phone. I mean, that's just not the same as opening a scrapbook and having a loved one remind you what those pictures are or who those people are. The other thing Grandpa Harry always did, brilliant on his part, was always wrote the name and the date on the back of every photograph. Because when you do it, you go, oh, we'll know who that is. I mean, but 50 or 60 or 100 years later, you don't know who that is. Right. And so if you get in the habit of writing the name and maybe the circumstances and the date on the back. But that's what made me realize we don't have photographs anymore. Unless somebody can tell me how to easily, without it costing a gazillion dollars, download the photographs on my phone and be able to share them and enjoy them and preserve them. I know you can do it. I used to do it a bit at like CVS. I would sit at that one of those little photo pods and print things out, but got to be an easier, better way. And I'm sure there is. I'm sure there are places online where you can send them your photos and they'll print them for you at a reasonable price. But I haven't done that, and I should. What do you do with yours, Ann? Can you hear me? Annie? Can you hear me? Maybe she's frozen. I think she is frozen. Well, you probably know what you do or have heard of people doing. Ann is having internet issues, and Macomb County Executive
have no restrictions and never expire. Call 248-649-5300 or go online at thecapitalgrill.com. Happy holidays and brighter days ahead from the Capitol Grill.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
We are dealing with the loss through COVID-19, and there's been so much loss through COVID-19, but occasionally a person is taken from us that we just can't believe it's true, but it is, and it underscores how bad this COVID-19 is. This virus still very active and still killing people, which is why you must take care and do the things to stay safe. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle was a good friend, as many people were, of Benny Napoleon, and he wanted to talk about this wonderful guy that we have lost him last night about 10 o'clock in the hospital. And so I just welcome Mark Hackle. Wish it wasn't about this topic. Merry Christmas, happy holiday, and a sad day indeed when we think about the loss of Benny Napoleon. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, you're not kidding. What a true gentleman. I mean, he was one of those. I learned early on in law enforcement. The good term of a police officer, peace officer, was a street corner politician. And I think Benny Napoleon, he developed that early on. And what do you mean by that is somebody who knows how to engage people on the beat within their community. And he had done that all throughout his career. And I'm going to tell you, just my connections with him in capacity of law enforcement. Every time you saw him or you ran across him, he was just such a genuinely nice person. It was always a hug, a handshake, a smile. I mean, he connected with people so easily. It was just a natural thing for him, and he is going to be sorely missed, not just by the city of Detroit and the folks that he represented, but even out here in the suburbs, he was widely admired, and I'm going to miss him. He truly was a friend.
We are all going to miss him, and that smile that he always had with him, always. And I just this week asked Wayne County Executive Warren Evans how Benny was doing, and when he said, well, he's from what I understand, he's still on the ventilator. That kind of sent up a red flag because that's been since last month, but I didn't know he was. I just didn't know he was going to die like this. And when I got that word last night, like you did, Mark, it was a gut punch. And, it's a gut punch among many, many deaths that we've all had to endure. But occasionally one of them hits you pretty hard. I always thought of Benny as this young guy, healthy and almost invincible, but not the case, obviously.
Yeah. Throughout the process, I was talking to his brother Hilton, and because you couldn't call Benny, they took his phone away, and for reason because he was one of those guys that always wanted to talk to people, always wanted to engage, but they had to set his phone aside, because they realized this was serious, and even Hilton had quite a battle with this himself, And with that being said, we talked late last night, and it was pretty much coming to that point. And as I kept hearing about the updates and where this was progressing from his brother, you kind of had a feeling this was going to happen, and it was just so sad to listen to. And then obviously, when I got the call last night about it, you couldn't help but just wonder. This is horrific. It is definitely real, and I think we all know people that are challenged with this. If you don't, you're fortunate. But this is a serious issue out there, and people are trying to do the right things and make the right choices. And I got to believe Benny was too. It's just unfortunate. It can get you, no matter how careful or cautious you are.
Mark, there's been a lot of people in law enforcement as peace officers who have become ill, and even a number that have died. And I guess it's just because people like you used to be are out there in the community and have to be, or continue to be, placing themselves in circumstances that are not so safe. And it's unfortunate, but this is, I think of Benny dying in service to the public, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, credit to all of our frontline or first line workers out there, police, fire, EMS, obviously the hospital workers, but, those that are out there, working that day to day out there as police officers, they can't avoid it. I mean, they're going to come across situations where they're going to come in contact with people that, may not show signs, and as cautious as they can be, and take the wear the mask and everything, they still have the possibility of catching this. And you're right. I mean, I know a lot of folks that are in law enforcement that have unfortunately got this. Many of them, unfortunately, are very mild as far as the symptoms, but unfortunately, you have those that see the tragedy of this, like Benny. And it's a high-profile person like him, widely recognized, widely admired. Really does hit home with a lot of people.
It does. So, it's a gut punch. Takes the wind out of your.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to miss him.
Thanks for weighing in. We'll all miss him. Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive. Thanks, Mark. We appreciate it.
Stay healthy.
You do the same. By the way, for those who had tuned in for possibly our conversation with MSU football coach Mel Tucker, we may talk to him later, but the fact is the MSU game has been COVID canceled. So they're not going to play football this weekend. You probably heard that by now. 644 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If you're hiring, you need Indeed. Indeed delivers quality candidates so you can focus on interviewing people with the right skills. Receive a $75 sponsored job credit when you upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
We've got our WJR traffic and weather first at just about 6:45, and the one and only Rich Luzinski is in for Dana Clark. Rich?
We have an accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway blocking your right shoulder. Another wreck on Beverly Road east of Middlebelt Road. And your roadways reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Flurry snow showers still may be dancing around this morning. Might get some sun later today, 34. Overnight tonight becoming cloudy again, 28. Suburbs might be a little cooler. And some snow showers in tomorrow with high of 37. So not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Sunday, mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 30s. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.
All righty. Thank you very much for that. About 28 degrees, I believe, is where we are right now. About 28 degrees. Michigan, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. It's been a long time in coming. I've been looking forward to sharing this with you. Online sports betting is almost here, but that's not the only good news for those of you looking forward to it. There's more good news. If you register your account early with FanDuel Sportsbook, you're going to get $100 in free bets once they go live. $100. No deposit required. Just sign up and verify your account, and you're all set. Let me repeat that because it's pretty incredible. You're going to get $100 in free bets just for signing up early. No deposit required. They say no strings attached. See for yourself. Why FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sports betting app. Well, if you think about it, it's easy to use. There are tons of betting markets, safe and secure, fast payouts, all the things you'd be looking for. And along with live betting, for example, easy to place your bet fast during a game if you spot something that you like. Odds boosts, specials, every day, some big super boosts each weekend. FanDuel sports betting is coming to Michigan, and there's a wonderful, great opportunity for you to sign up at fanduel.com/100free to claim your $100 in free bets. That's $100, $100 in free bets when you visit fanduel.com/100free. Mr. Announcer?
Must be 21 and over and present in Michigan. Bonus issued a non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after FanDuel goes live in Michigan. $100 is distributed as $50 site credit on each of Sportsbook and Casino. Unique user ID verification required. Offer ends on go live day. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
As the auto industry's reliance on internal combustion engines shifts to electric, electrification will be the foundation for any type of advanced mobility. And with more than 75 years of wire harness, electrical, and data.
Doing okay, Deb?
Yeah.
Okay. I fell out for a while because
I know you weren't moving at all. I almost came over to do CPR.
They were working in the yard yesterday and they cut the internet. They cut the line. So I'm on a different system.
I got a long story that I'll make short. Do you know, when we moved into our new house, I went out in the backyard and there was this wire over the top of the grass over by the fence. And I went, what the heck is that?
Mm-hmm.
So when the cable guys came out, they said, oh, yeah, that's your cable. I go, what's it doing laying on top of the grass by the fence there? I mean, the first time someone comes to mow the lawn, they're going to cut the wire. Well, this is what they said. We have a crew that comes in and connects the wire to your house, and then another crew that follows them and buries that wire.
I heard the same thing. I think it's a different company, isn't it?
Just between us, I don't think there really is another crew that ever actually follows up and buries the wire. That's just my guess. I'm just saying, I think somewhere along the line, somebody said, oh, yeah, the other crew, they come tomorrow and they bury the line and then they drive away and there is no other crew. I know that I'm kind of making that up, but I'm telling you, how many times have we heard the story of somebody cutting their cable line, and it shouldn't be possible.
Right.
If it's underground, that's not going to happen unless you're digging there, planting a tree or something, and you hit the wire and you've made a mistake. And even Miss Dig probably wonders about where these people are, why they haven't shown up. Anyway,
I think it's two different companies, isn't it?
I don't know if that's possible. That's very possible, and maybe therefore nobody's kind of overseeing it. But if you shouldn't have one without the other. Part A is putting in the cable. Part B is burying the cable. I guess it's two different skill sets and certainly different equipment you would use. But how many people have we heard about having that happen? Oh, yeah, they cut my cable. Somebody cut my cable.
Play now to buy your ticket.
All right, I'll be backstage.
We got Mike and Steve standing by. Yep, Mike and Steve are standing by. Excellent. We should have them up on our social media.
W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
Well, it is 6:51, and as we mentioned earlier, it was announced late last night by our boss, Steve Vinatieri, Vice President, Market Manager, Cumulus Detroit, that after a great 5 years with the Detroit Lions, WJR will be ending our play-by-play partnership with the Lions at the end of this season. It was a great partnership, but it's a business partnership, and terms could not be reached that worked for both sides. I'm sad. We're all sad. Because I think the Lions were well treated here and will not be well treated wherever else they go. We've kind of old-fashioned at WJR, treating people with respect when we invite them to our home. But be that as it may, we thank the Ford family, Rod Wood, for the opportunity that we've enjoyed working with everyone in their organization. Here's the important part to note. The Detroit Lions, our Detroit Lions, are certainly an important part of our community, and we will always be supporters of the team, which means what's about to take place will not change. We will still have Steve Courtney come on board. We will still have Mike O'Hara, DetroitLions.com columnist, come on board. We certainly hope. And we'll talk about the games, before the games and after the games. That tradition will continue, and it does right now with Mr. Steve Courtney.
All right, Dub, thank you very much. Good morning again, everyone. Well, your Lions sitting at 5-8, as a matter of fact. Honestly, not a whole lot to play for over these last 3 games of the National Football League schedule. The team they're meeting Sunday, they have a lot to play for. That would be a very good Tennessee Titan team. They are 9-4. Let's talk about it with Mo Better Blues. Michael, how are you this morning?
Hi, Michael.
Hey, guys, doing fine.
Yeah, here we go, Mike. First things first, Lions get to Nashville. They are going to be one beat-up football team. We'll talk about Matthew Stafford in a second, but what about their fine center, Frank Ragnow? An unbelievable story. And, Mike, you've been around a while. I've been around a while. There's been a lot of various injuries to National Football League players. Turns out in the loss to the Packers, Frank Ragnow, who has graded out so very well at that center position this year, just a warrior, suffered a fractured throat. A fractured throat in the first quarter, and he played the entire game. All 68 offensive snaps. Now, his status going into the tilt Sunday with the Titans in question, he was ordered by a specialist during the week not to talk until today, as a matter of fact. Mike, this is unbelievable.
No, it's a very unusual injury. You don't see that very often.
Never heard of it.
But I'm not surprised that Frank would finish the game. That's just the way he is. And, you know, Darrell Bevel, the head coach, the head coach, or whatever they call him, interim head coach, was talking about the injury and how they just couldn't communicate. In fact, he came to the quarterbacks on the sidelines and kind of whispered, "I can't talk." I don't know if you could hear that or not, and was pointing to his throat. And so through hand signals and whatever else, they're able to finish the game and get in all the calls and stuff like that, all the signals that centers go through.
Well, here's the deal. A fractured throat bone is extremely rare. According to the Journal of Maxillofacial and Oral Surgery, and typically the product of trauma associated with strangulation. I mean, it is bizarre, and we certainly wish Frank all the best. Now,
and he played the rest of the game, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
It's just astonishing. Yeah. What a warrior.
Well, that's what centers do. Little commentary there. Right. Now, Mike, Matthew Stafford. We all know the situation there with what he's had to endure. His status is uncertain. Interim coach Darrell Bevel saying, look, if it gets to a point where he doesn't practice throughout the week and play the game, we're good with that. You know, the guy's been around 12 years for crying out loud, but we'll see how that goes as well.
Well, if you just look at the betting line in Las Vegas, it's gone from 8.5 to 11. So as the Lions are underdogs, so they certainly aren't expecting him to play. That's usually a reflection of an injury. But you never know with Matthew Stafford. And like everybody says, and it's absolutely true, he really is as tough as nails. He loves to play the game no matter what. If they were 0-16, I think he'd try to find a way to play.
Well, this is a formidable Tennessee Titan team. They are coming across again. The Titans under Mike Vrabel, 9-4. And offensively, a couple things here. First, Derrick Henry. The dude's listed as 6'3", 240. He's a load. Already 1,532 yards rushing. That's an average of 5.2 yards per carry. He's found the end zone 14 times. Mike, probably the most dynamic running back in the game right now.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's just the opposite of last week when the Lions faced the Green Bay Packers, probably the best quarterback in the National Football League, and Aaron Rodgers. This is an entirely different operation now with a running back who's just an absolute. He's a wrecking ball. You go from the artist to the wrecking ball. And Derrick Henry, I mean, it's not just big and strong. He's fast too, and he runs over people. And so it's a really, really tough assignment for the Lions defense.
Well, they've got Ryan Tannehill, the Titans striking gold with this free agent quarterback acquisition. The former Dolphin goes to Tennessee and sets the world on fire. This year, just under 66%. He has thrown 28 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. He has represented himself very well, not to mention third leading rusher on Tennessee.
No, right, absolutely. He was a first-round draft pick in 2012, and really had sort of a nice career in Miami, but really didn't live up to expectations. They chose not to re-sign him. He ends up going to Tennessee, takes him to the AFC Conference Championship last year, and now look at him now. He's probably a Pro Bowl quarterback if there is one this year, just having a terrific year, and really a dual threat. He can run and he can throw.
Certainly, Mike, when that clock strikes zeros to end this thing, the deck stacked against the Honolulu Blue and Silver, I think.
Just do like you did last week. Play hard, play as well as you can. And as like Darrell Bevel says, look at the scoreboard when it's over, and they'll tell you how you did. But this is a game that I just don't see the Lions winning, but you never know.
I am going to shock you with this one.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
The Lions will win.
All right.
And the crowd grew silent.
I'm trying to get to the bat phone.
That I almost fractured my throat saying that, but
the Cape Crusader, we can't ride, we can't get him up.
And maybe I'm emboldened by the fact that it's ugly Christmas sweater day and I have mine on. Maybe that's it, but I don't know. Mike O'Hara, DetroitLions.com columnist. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We thank you for everything you have done with us and for us for years, and we hope that will continue, my friend.
Well, it's been my pleasure. It really is. I absolutely love it. I really do.
And Mr. Courtney, God bless you for everything that you have done for this radio program and for this radio station, including what you continue to do for the Detroit Lions. Thank you, Steve Aru, and Merry Christmas to you, too.
Back to you and yours, Dub.
See, Steve got kind of choked up on that. He's an emotional guy. You might not know that. But anyway, it is 6:59 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Our first Christmas on Us family for 2020 coming up out of the news, which is next at 7 o'clock on WJR Detroit. We've got it, our WJR Traffic and Weather first with Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. An accident on I-94 westbound after the Southfield Freeway is cleared, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel. Cloudy, it's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski, WJR News. In just a moment.
With all the giving you do during the holidays, wouldn't it be nice to experience something that gives back to you? Visit Lincoln of Troy and experience the feeling you get in a new Lincoln. With the thoughtfully designed and personally crafted features, there's no better way to celebrate the holidays and ring in 2021. The Lincoln Wish List sales event is here. Now when you stop by Lincoln of Troy, you'll find our best offers of the season and experience yourself the power of sanctuary. Cybercrime and identity theft through real estate transactions is a $2 billion industry. Split closings make you even more vulnerable to cybercrime. Don't risk your money. You have a choice when it comes to your title company for your real estate transaction. Independent and Michigan-based Liberty Title can protect your real estate transaction up to $1 million with their umbrella program that ensures and secures your closing dollars. You have a choice. Choose LibertyTitle.com, protecting your money since 1974.
WJR Detroit and WDVD HD2 Detroit. The great voice of the Great Lakes. 760 WJR, where Detroit comes to talk.
Tributes are pouring in following the death of the Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon. Napoleon's family announcing the sheriff died last night following a battle with COVID-19. He was 65. Napoleon was hospitalized last month. He tested positive on November 17th. Benny Napoleon, born in Detroit in 1955. He was a Cass Tech grad. Napoleon received degrees from Detroit Mercy and Detroit College of Law before the start of his tenured law enforcement career. That was in 1975. He began his career in law enforcement as a beat cop, then promoted to the head of the gang squad, all the way up to police chief. Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard saying this morning, I'm at a loss for words finding out about the passing of a dear friend and a law enforcement partner. Detroit Mayor Duggan releasing a statement on Napoleon saying, I am shocked, saddened at the loss of one of our greatest public servants and native sons, Benny Napoleon. Moderna is one step away from its vaccine being used to fight off coronavirus. Fox correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer reports.
The initial FDA panel approval was voted nearly unanimously, 20 in favor and then 1 absentee. The vote was the last step before the final FDA.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for a pivotal role at her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Stay on the right track to 9 Mile and Mac. Roy O'Brien Pumps and Cars, make your money back.
Find spectacular savings on your favorite Ford vehicles during our Built for the Holiday sales event. With Roy O'Brien's Fast Track program, you can pick your next vehicle, pick your payment, even value your trade-in, then enjoy convenient home or office delivery. Happy holidays.
Roy O'Brien has the best deal around.
Retirement isn't just about investments, it's about your life. Tune in to America's Wealth Management Show with Dean Barber and Detroit's own Ken Osawala, Sunday night at 6 on WJR, where Detroit comes to talk.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for a pivotal role at her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is the Paul W. Smith Show on News Talk 760 WJR. It's Christmas on us. We're honoring Michigan's military. And this year, we're adding frontline workers and first responders watching over us in 2020 to our list of heroes. This morning's holiday special is presented by Ahee Jewelers. Now, for WJR's Christmas on Us, here's Paul.
A very Merry Christmas to you in our very special Christmas on Us broadcast on this Friday, December 18th, the 353rd day of 2020, with 13 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And not only do we thank AE Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947, we couldn't do this broadcast without our other sponsors, in part, Oxford Recovery Center, Guernsey Farms Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingarts, the Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, and also Warren Consolidated Schools. And we have our first family up. We want to congratulate Brittany and Logan Lynch of Holly. I think Brittany is laughing at my ugly Christmas sweater.
Very festive.
It is very festive and very ugly, but I love it. And it happens to light up. uglychristmassweater.com. You can get your very own ugly Christmas sweater at uglychristmassweater.com. We'll have one of the co-owners coming up a little later this morning. But Brittany and Logan Lynch of Holly, both of you are first responders, police officers for White Lake and Oakland County Sheriff, respectively.
Yes.
Well, that's great, Brittany. Sheriff Michael Bouchard, by the way, just was re-signed up for his 6th term yesterday. We had a chance to speak with him a little bit. And who nominated you?
My mom did.
What a good mom.
She is.
Well, a shout out to Mom Marcy, who nominated Brittany. I understand you guys have just recently built a house and moved to Holly from Commerce Township.
That's correct.
That's quite an education in itself, isn't it? Tell me a little bit about that project.
Well, we first started out in Tecumseh, which is down in Lenawee County. And lived there for about 2.5 years. Logan was fortunate enough to get hired by Oakland County. So we moved from Tecumseh to Commerce to now Holly within the last year. So it's been quite the adventure.
Quite the adventure for a newly married couple. You just celebrated your 1-year wedding anniversary?
That's correct.
But you haven't had a chance to really get away yet, have you? It's been a busy year.
It has been a busy year, yes.
Everybody's staying healthy?
Yes, we're all doing very well.
What are the plans for Christmas?
Well, due to our crazy schedules, we've actually already celebrated Christmas last week. So I had my family over, and that was on Friday. And then we had Logan's family over on Saturday. Unfortunately, both of us worked Christmas and New Year's and New Year's Eve. So we had to do it a little early this morning, or this summer.
There are many among you who understand what that's like, and especially as first responders, whether it's in medicine or in law enforcement, believe me, people understand. Maestro, a little music as we explain to Brittany that there's a major gift package coming your way. And for you, a pair of Mikimoto 5.5 by 6 millimeter Akoya pearl stud earrings in 14 karat white gold, courtesy of our friends at AE Jewelers.
Okay.
And to help with all your other things and expenses going on, $860 in spending money, courtesy of all of our generous Christmas on Us sponsors. So, Brittany, we can never do enough for you first responders, but we can always do more, and we will continue to do so. And we thank you and we salute you for all you and husband Logan do in law enforcement. Brittany and Logan Lynch, our first Christmas on a very special family.
Thank you.
God bless you, Brittany. Be safe.
Thank
and
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. We have at this hour, 7:11, the lucky time of the morning, the one and only Jeff Sloan. He is the founder and CEO of Startup Nation, which you hear on WJR every weekday morning. You hear him right here with our WJR Business Beat, spotlighting the entrepreneurial tech and startup community on WJR. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning. 2020 was a monster year for mobile phone engagement, driven largely by the COVID crisis. Time spent on our mobile phones increased 25% over 2019, according to App Annie's 2020 end-of-year mobile report. Other key findings? While all app categories in the report saw respective lifts in time spent, here are the biggest gainers. Social media platforms up 20%. Shopping up 25%. Finance up 25%. Games up 35%. Video streaming up 40%. And the overall growth was largely driven by a huge 200% surge in business app usage. Now, worldwide spending across Apple's App Store and Google Play also grew by as much as 25% to $112 billion total spend in 2020, and overall mobile app and game downloads swelled 10% from last year to 130 billion total downloads this year. As mobile usage soared this year, the biggest winners were TikTok and remote collaboration tools that became de facto tools of those working from home. On App Annie's ranking of the most downloaded apps, it was indeed TikTok. It jumped 3 spots from 2019 to head to the top of the list, followed by Facebook, WhatsApp, and Zoom, which climbed an amazing 219 spots on this year's list. So what does that mean if you're an entrepreneur? Well, you have to look for ways to gain an advantage, and you have to go where the action is. If you want to be where the action is, you need to look to mobile as a key platform for engagement, creating awareness and sales into the future. I'm Jeff Sloan, founder and CEO of StartupNation.com, and that's today's Business Beat, brought to you by Dell Technologies on the great voice of the Great Lakes, WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
And at 7:14 at 760 WJR, we've got our WJR Traffic and Weather First and the one and only Rich Sluzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet's December specials are fantastic. Real GM employee pricing for everyone. Plus, you'll get all the Gordon and GM incentives. Inventory is slim, so don't wait. No money down. Leases starting under $200 and lease pull-ahead programs. Ford Road just west of Merriman and Garden City. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet. Find new roads. Some icy patches out there. Do be careful. Otherwise, no accidents on the board right now, and your roadways reduced to 1 lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 miles for sinkhole repairs. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Sponsored by Capital Grille Holiday Gift Cards. This year, make everyone happy with a Capital Grille gift card. The gift card with no restrictions. Buy $500 or more in Capital Grille gift cards and get 10% in bonus gift cards. The Capital Grille will also include a mahogany case with 4 perfectly balanced steak knives. Call 248-649-5300 now. Here's your forecast.
Chilly weather sticking around, a little bit of rain and snow to deal with here. Might have a flurry or a snow shower this morning, otherwise becoming partly cloudy later, 35. Overnight tonight, the clouds roll back in, 28. Tomorrow, a few snow showers, but no accumulation expected, 37. Sunday, cloudy with a high near 40. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, News Talk 760 WJR.
All right, Ray, thank you. 28 slippery degrees out there at last check. Over the years, our Michigan communities have been through many ups and downs, and this year, without question, one of the most difficult we've faced together. But it brings comfort to know that when it comes to our health, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan continues to be here for it all. In fact, for 81 years, Blue Cross has been committed to helping everyone in Michigan achieve better health and to strengthening our communities. That's why they work with doctors in every county, providing insurance to people in every zip code, while also providing needed funds to care for the uninsured in free clinics across the great state of Michigan. And as we all look to the future, Blue Cross will be here, providing members on-demand access to the care they need through Blue Cross online visits, a 24-hour nurse line, and the Blue Cross mobile app. Because for generations, Blue Cross has stood behind their customers, their members' care, and the communities we call home. Blue Cross is here for it all and always will be. In fact, you can learn more at hereforitall.com. That's hereforitall.com. 7:17 at 760 WJR and the Paul W. Smith Show with our Christmas on Us family number 2 coming up.
Joint swelling, tendonitis, neuropathy, nagging pain. The Restore Wellness Center can help eliminate the pain. Do what I did. Call the best non-invasive laser therapy treatment center today to get your first treatment absolutely free. Brighton, Shelby, and Bloomfield locations, restorewellnesscenter.com.
Today, Daryl fixed his fence, cut the grass, and changed the kitty litter. But he also saved $25 because Daryl uses a new innovation from Huntington called Money Scout. It analyzes his checking account to find money that's not being used and moves it to his savings automatically. Learn more and enroll at huntington.com/moneyscout. Huntington, welcome. Message and data rates may apply to text alerts. Money Scout is subject to eligibility, terms and conditions, and other account agreements. Member FDIC.
It's a new day to celebrate and be free. A new day full of action and excitement. Come to Soaring Eagle. Indulge to your heart's content. It's a day for winning, for world-class fun and food. Yes, it's a grand, spectacular day to get away. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. It's a new day. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Do windows talk? Wallside windows do, especially now during the holidays. They send our greetings, communicate our feelings. For 76 years, the Wallside family has proudly made and installed windows to improve your home and brighten your holidays. Right now, save half off every Wallside window plus 5 years, no interest. If 2021 is the year to make your home more beautiful, schedule your safe at-home or virtual estimate at wallside.com.
Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover, and although this holiday season may feel different than those of the past, we still have the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your business and, most importantly, your trust in us. From all of us at Jeff Glover and Associates Realtors, we wish you the very best for the coming new year.
Stay on the right track to 9 Mile and Mac. Roy O'Brien Pumps and Cars, make your money back.
Find spectacular savings on your favorite Ford vehicles during our Built for the Holiday sales event. With Roy O'Brien's Fast Track program, you can pick your next vehicle, pick your payment, even value your trade-in, then enjoy convenient home or office delivery. Happy holidays!
Roy O'Brien has the best deal around.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
If you're lucky enough to be around social media or WJR.com, you've been seeing some wonderful video of Christmas on Us programs over the past few years. Thank you, Sean, in our IT department for doing that. Now, like everything, we can't do it the way we always did it, but doggone it, we weren't going to say we couldn't do it at all. We are doing it. We're doing it virtually, like everything in our lives. And speaking of virtually, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, be tuned in, either at WJR.com or Facebook, when the WJR players present live online A Christmas Carol. I hope you'll join us 4 o'clock tomorrow on Facebook and WJR.com. And we have family number 2, and it is an active family right now with little kids who are very familiar with Zoom calls and ways to communicate now through the computer. A little music, maestro. Congratulations to the Reyes family. They're originally from Taylor, but currently stationed in St. Ignace. Vince Reyes is an MK1 machinery technician with the United States Coast Guard. You should know Vince, my dad, may he rest in peace, served with the Coast Guard, proudly so. Becky is a registered nurse. God bless you, Becky, for what you do. So this is really the epitome of Christmas on Us this year, because it always was just military, but it's military and frontline responders, and we have both in the same family, the Reyes family. And 2 very active children, Which one is Fiona?
Which one?
Raise your hand, Fiona.
Fiona, raise your hand.
There's Fiona. And you are how old, Fiona? How old? 1, 2, 3. Good for you. And now is it Mila or Mila? Mila? Mila?
Yeah.
Mila, how old are you? 5. Well, you're a good big sister. Are you ready for Christmas?
Are you ready?
Are you anxious for Christmas?
Yeah.
Do you think my sweater is ugly?
No.
Oh, God bless you, Mila. Yeah, it is ugly Christmas sweater day around the country. But, these sweaters originated from right here in Michigan at uglychristmassweater.com, and we support them. We've supported them from the beginning. Now they're all over the country. Hey, tell me, are you good, close friends with Dave and Sandy Moan?
Mon, yeah. That's
Mon? Okay. I have MOHN, so I didn't know for sure how it was. But so these are good friends because these are the good people who, in fact, nominated you for this. Now, Vince, you served in the United States Navy before your time with the U.S. Coast Guard. A lot of people get confused with that, but it used to really upset my father. I did this on purpose when I would say, "Oh, Dad, that's right, you were in the Coast Guard, a subsidiary of the Navy." Oh, did that always upset him when I said that? But you served in both, and that's good for you. Tell me a little bit about your career.
It started in 2002. I joined the Navy and went overseas to Guam. I was over there till 2006. Then I got out of the Navy, and about a little over a year after that, joined the Coast Guard, and here I am now.
Here you are now.
Yeah, we're up here in St. Ignace.
freezing.
Freezing. Hey, you can stay warm. I understand Bobby Benser is keeping his Murdoch's Fudge, the original Murdoch's Fudge, open year-round now in St. Ignace. So it's one way you can warm your heart and soul. Now, Becky, you work at the Mackinac Straits Hospital and a clinic in Mackinac City. Tell me about your day.
Tell me what?
Tell me about your day and what it's like to work in the hospital and the clinic.
Well, I work for Mackinac Straits. It's a critical access hospital that's in St. Ignace. And then I work at the clinic at a doctor's office in Mackinac City. And we provide care to the surrounding communities.
All right, very good. If we can have Maestro a little more of that Christmas music, and I'll tell the Reyes family about this nice gift package, which will include a pair of Mikimoto 5x5 by 6 millimeter Akoya pearl stud earrings in 14-karat white gold, courtesy of Ahe Jewelers. A beautiful pair of earrings, and I don't think you'll have to fight Vince to wear those, Becky. I think those have your name on them. But along with that, a total of $860 in spending money, courtesy of all of our generous Christmas on our sponsors, including Guernsey Farms Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB Family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingarts, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, Warren Consolidated Schools, Oxford Recovery Center, and presented by Ahe Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947. Fiona and Mila, I know you've been good girls. Santa checks that list twice to see if you're naughty or nice, and he's already told me you both have been very nice, so keep up the good work, because Christmas is not far away, all right? And Becky and Vince, God bless you for the work you do every day.
Thank you so much.
Well, we thank you, and we hope you enjoy this Christmas on us.
Oh.
As we continue on the Paul W. Smith Show on WJR.
This report is sponsored by the Exergen Temporal Scanner. Fever is the leading sign of COVID-19. Use an accurate thermometer for twice daily checks. Protect your loved ones with the Exergen Temporal Scanner. It takes an accurate reading in seconds and is the only home thermometer recommended by hospitals, physicians, and clinics. Stay safe with Exergen.
I feel like I'm doing a margarine commercial with this hat. It's a hat, not a crown, and I don't use margarine, but that's another story. The story we want is our WJR Traffic and Weather first at 7:27 with the one and only Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. As we continue to face COVID-19, we're now facing flu season, so to protect us all, let's hit this virus head on. Get your flu vaccine. Learn more at michigan.gov/flu. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Your right lane is closed on I-75 southbound between Verner Highway and Springwell Street for construction, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Cloudy, it's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski, WJR News, in about 2 minutes.
Here's a great thing to consider doing right now before the end of the year. Call MediShare and find out just how much you would save by switching to MediShare, the affordable alternative to health insurance. When you call, you'll get some good news and probably be very happily surprised too. The typical family saves $500 a month, but you might save even more. It's so worth it to at least
Doing okay, Dubster?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it going okay?
Yeah, it sounds great. Those little ones were darling.
Yeah, it's so different than being able to interact with them in the studio, like years gone by.
Big difference, definitely.
I'm glad we could still do it.
Yep, me too. I wanted to just hope Sean is listening. Sean, the next family looks like they're kind of coming in here. Can you test them just to make sure during this break that their mics sound okay, Sean? I hope Sean hears me. I think Sean hears me. And
Hello,
Paul,
Sean.
Ike McKinnon said yes for 8:48. Ike McKinnon.
Good.
8:48. All right. Now I don't know that Sean's hearing us, Paul.
It doesn't sound like it. I mean, it doesn't look like it. We're not getting
Yeah, because he would pop on, I would think. Because I've been sending him notes in the chat, and I'm noticing that he's not seeing that.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Sean, could you test our next family?
Sure.
Okay.
I was responding in the private chat here.
Oh, okay. So can all right. So there they are.
Yep.
And so hello to the Hurt family.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Hurt family.
The Hurt family sounds
good
great.
morning.
Good morning.
Nice to
Merry
have you
Christmas.
here.
Thank you.
So we'll be coming to you in a few minutes after our news break. So
Okay,
we'll
thank
put
you.
up the radio station so you can hear it. And you see Santa over there up in the corner. That's our
Hi, Santa.
Don't be frightened. It's not really Santa.
It's Santa's elf, I should say.
Yeah.
But let me just say that I think Evelyn and Kaylin
Yes.
are gonna love this. Are you looking, Evelyn and Kaylin? Watch this. Whoa!
Hey, lights out.
Wow.
You see it, church?
I gotta. If I stand up, you can see it a little more.
Could you jingle for us too?
Oh
Paul?
yeah, look at that sweater. How'd you like that sweater?
Any jingles?
Isn't that pretty cool?
This is one. I feel like a cat that will never be able to catch another bird with these bells. And then this hat has little antlers, but it's impossible to get everything in the shot. But
Is the hat
Kim gave me
new?
the hat.
I've never seen the hat.
yeah, Kim gave me the hat, and yeah, it's new. I added it to the sweater. I did. It's nice to see the Hurt family. We'll be on together here when we get out of the news, which I think we'll be listening to now. So
Yep, I'm going to put it in there for you, Deb.
Okay.
Looks like we have a favorable vote.
A panel of FDA advisors concluding the vaccine is safe for emergency authorization use. The final vote 20-0 with one member abstaining. The FDA is expected to quickly greenlight Moderna's vaccine like it did last week with the one developed by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Fox's Steve Rappaport. America's listening to Fox News.
How much do you need to save for retirement? Hi, I'm Rick Edelman, founder of Edelman Financial Engines. The question's simple, but the calculation can be complex. How much you need to save for retirement depends on how much income you want, what outside sources you'll have, like Social Security and pensions. And here's the good news. You don't have to guess. We can give you the answer. For more than 32 years, we've shown people just like you how much you need to save for retirement and how to invest it. And now's your chance. Call us for the personal financial advice and investment management services you need with local offices to serve you. At Edelman Financial Engines, we're happy to help you whether you have a little to invest or a lot or anything in between. Come see why thousands of folks just like you rely on Edelman Financial Engines. Call us at 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
I'm talking with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation's Josh Hunt, the Executive Vice President and Chief Business Development Officer, and Michelle Wildman, Senior Vice President for Community Development. Michelle, in general, what is the MEDC?
The MEDC is the lead agency responsible for marketing Michigan, fostering relationships, attracting businesses to the state, and supporting vibrant, diverse, and sustainable communities.
So, Josh, for businesses that are considering branching out, why should they choose Michigan?
Businesses should choose Michigan for our pure Michigan quality of life. We have a diverse and abundant workforce. We have a business-friendly environment and are close to global supply chain assets. Here in Michigan, we make things, and there's no better place to bring in product than right here in Michigan.
And the MEDC has a list of programs that help accomplish that mission. Michelle, what is the RRC?
Our Redevelopment Ready Communities program, which is a voluntary, no-cost certification program, promotes effective redevelopment strategies that provide formal recognition that a community has a vision for the future that makes it right for future development.
And Josh, that's just one tool in the toolbox, isn't it?
We have a carefully cultivated set of tools and programs, whether it's from entrepreneurship and innovation efforts or access to capital. We provide the tools that companies need to grow. We also support economic growth through our Michigan Business Development Program to help attract highly competitive projects to create good jobs here in Michigan.
Learn more about the MEDC at michiganbusiness.org.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
If you're lucky enough to be joining us online, WJR.com, the WJR Facebook page, you've been seeing video of some of our Christmases on Us of the past when we could actually get together, which is what we would prefer. But I want to thank the people behind the scenes, starting right at the top with Steve Finateri, our fearless leader, the main boss, and then Mike Finateri, our direct boss, Ann Thomas, our executive producer, the IT folks. Sean is in this morning, but Curtis Paul helping out his whole team, Ron Smerigan in PR, to make it possible for us to continue doing what we all really wanted to do, which was Christmas on Us. And we found a way to do it thanks to our sponsors. And thanks to the IT department doing it virtually. We weren't going to ask anybody to come into the studios. We don't even go into the studios, but we're doing it now online. And I am so glad because we are meeting families that really help out in every different way, whether they are military, which is what we've always done, or now frontline responders, which is excellent. And the frontline responders really can expand to, frankly, teachers. And we're happy to have the Hurd family of Clawson. William Hurd is a veteran that served in the U.S. Army as a nuclear biological chemical specialist. And Christina is a grade school teacher. And that you both have been on the front line for this country in your own special ways. And we salute you, Hurd family of Clawson, for being our next family in Christmas on Us. And two very well-mannered children in Evelyn, age 5. Is that Evelyn? Oh, there's Evelyn. She's kind of hiding a little bit. I understand. I do the same thing. And Kaylin, age 10. Boy, Kaylin, you are getting big. What grade are you in, Kaylin? What are you, like a sophomore in college?
I'm in 5th grade.
5th? Wow. If you could be in any grade ever, if there's any other grade you could be in other than 5th grade, what grade would it be?
3rd.
3rd? Wow, she's looking back and remembering the good old days. At 10, in 5th grade, she wouldn't mind going through 3rd grade again. Well, for those of us who were made to go through 3rd grade a couple of times, yeah, we don't look back at it the same way. And Evelyn, are you ready for Christmas, sweetheart?
Are you ready for Christmas? She's shy.
Evelyn will show her beautiful face when it comes to saying, yes, I am ready for Christmas. Now I'm going to go back and bury myself in Mom.
Yeah.
Well, God bless her. Now, who nominated you guys?
Oh, that would be my stepmom.
Oh, how nice is that? Catherine is your stepmom?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. It's all in the family. That's good news. And as I understand it, William Hurt, veteran of the U.S. Army, you served in the Operation Iraqi Freedom.
That's correct.
That was something. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, that was probably the longest year of my life.
Really?
It seemed to drag by, but it seems like a thing of the past now. It's been quite a while, but it was definitely a long year.
A long year for all of us, you're right. But you were there and you were helping, and we appreciate that. And you currently continue to help at the local elementary school, proctoring kindergarten and 5th grade. So good for you.
Ever since the kids are online. Yeah, we have Evelyn is doing kindergarten right in the living room, and Kaylin's doing 5th grade in the dining room.
Oh, jeez. And Mom, Christina, is teaching from home. Besides all the duties you have as a mom and as a wife and as a teacher of your own children, you are a teacher overall. How's that going? I know all of us wish kids could be back in school for the overall experience of being in school. I would presume that you would like to be back in the classroom as well, Christina.
Yeah. Yes, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but I have been very impressed with the way that the kids have stood up to this and what we have going on with the virtual learning. I'm extremely proud of my colleagues and the administrators who are wonderful in supporting us and helping us be creative and innovative. And it's while it's been a challenge, I think we've all done a great job stepping up and just finding new ways to reach the kids as best we can virtually.
Right. Well, the kids are very familiar with the computers and the technology and all of that. They've been communicating with their friends that way. Now they're learning that way. Kaylin, I would you rather be in a classroom, or are you just loving being at home and doing your school?
I would rather be in a classroom.
You miss your friends.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you miss about school?
Being able to go out and play on the playground.
Yeah, I miss that too. And so I do. And Evelyn, who's done a great job hanging in there so far. And I'm sure that she wishes she could be in school as well, but she's doing a nice job here with Mom and Dad. We appreciate that. And William, you've been volunteering time to shop for and deliver groceries to some of your elderly neighbors. We think that's excellent, and we salute you for that as well.
Thank you.
All right. What's planned for Christmas?
Little Christmas here at the house. We'll be talking with family members and celebrating in the best way we can.
You part of that would talking to the family members, would that be in person or Zoom or online?
Some of it'll be Zoom, some of it'll be in person.
All right. Make sure you wear those masks. They're annoying, but they are life-saving. For goodness sakes. All right, Maestro, a little music as we congratulate the Hurt family of Clausen receiving a gift package that includes ladies' Mikimoto 6mm Akoya pearls and a round diamond necklace in 14-karat white gold, courtesy of our friends at Ahee Jewelers. And we have a total of $860 in spending money, courtesy of all of our generous Christmas on Us sponsors, Guernsey Farms Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB Family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers Weingarts, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, Warren Consolidated Schools, Oxford Recovery Center, and again presented by our dear friends at Ahee Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947. God bless you, William and Christina Hurt.
Thank you.
Kaylin and Evelyn, thank you for being with us as well, and we wish you all a very special Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you at 7:42 WJ.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Let's check it. Our WJR traffic and weather at 7:43, and just ahead of Coach Tom Izzo from MSU, we've got Rich Lazinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Liberty Title, protecting property since 1974. $2 billion a year is lost to cybercrime and identity theft and real estate transactions. Liberty Title insures and secures your closing dollars, now offering creative closing options to keep you safe, including remote online notarization, curbside, and contactless closings. You have a choice. Choose LibertyTitle.com. Your right lane is closed on I-75 southbound between Verner Highway and Springwell Street for construction, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Here's your forecast.
I don't see much dancing around this morning, but there could be a flurry or a snow shower, then becoming partly cloudy in 35 this afternoon. Right on target for normal. Overnight tonight, becoming cloudy 28. Tomorrow, a few snow showers, but no accumulation. I think we stay above freezing at 37. Sunday, cloudy with a high close to 40. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stage Account News Talk 760 WJR.
Hey, Michigan, Frank Beckman here, and I've been waiting a long time to say this, but online sports betting is almost here. That's right. You can bet on your favorite teams. It's coming very, very soon, but I've got even more good news. If you register your account early with FanDuel Sportsbook, you're going to get $100 in free bets once they go live. There's no deposit required. You just sign up, verify your account, you're all set. $100 in free bets just for signing up early. No deposit required, no strings attached. FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sports betting app. Easy to use, tons of betting markets, it's safe and secure, and they have fast payouts. So get to FanDuel right now. Sign up at FanDuel Sportsbook for your free account with a $100 signing bonus.
Must be 21 and over and present in Michigan. Bonus issued a non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after FanDuel goes live in Michigan. $100 is distributed as $50 site credit on each of Sportsbook and Casino. Unique user ID verification required. Offer ends on go live day. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Hey, Ken, our team partners tell me how great our listeners are and want to thank them for their business through these challenging times.
Having your own business can be very challenging.
Well, if you or someone you know owns a residential or commercial construction company and are looking to grow by reaching the best radio listeners in the world, visit theinsideoutsideguys.com.
The Inside Outside Guys are here to help your business grow.
That's theinsideoutsideguys.com.
The Inside Outside Guys is brought to you in part by Waterwork Plumbing.
Plumbing, sewer, or drain problems clogging up your time? Rely on Waterwork Plumbing's 24-hour service and friendly plumbing experts to restore your pipes to perfection.
Called to have Waterwork out on a Saturday morning to replace my water heater. They arrived within 2 hours. Great price and installed and done in no time.
Leaky pipes, no hot water, or maybe you need a trusted second opinion. Waterwork has more 5-star reviews than any other plumber in Metro Detroit. Visit waterworkplumbing.com for money-saving coupons. That's waterworkplumbing.com.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So what do you provide? Cookie cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
And as we've come to expect, we have the best of the best on the Paul W. Smith Show. Nice meeting these heroes, hometown heroes, in our Christmas on Us special broadcast today. And the other hometown hero is, of course, Mr. Steve Courtney, as we welcome in another hometown hero, Coach Tom Izzo, MSU basketball coach extraordinaire. Gentlemen, good morning to you. Steve-a-roo.
All right, Dub, thank you very much. Hello again, my friends. Well, when we last checked in with Magnum TI and those Michigan State basketball Spartans, they were coming off the 109-91 win over Coach Campy and the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland U. That was last Sunday. Spartans very busy early in this campaign. Let's check in with Magnum TI right now. I'm sure he has enjoyed some practice time. Coach, how are you this morning?
Morning, Coach.
I'm good, guys, and I would say that, let me say congratulations on honoring those hometown heroes. But Steve and I couldn't be in that group, I'll tell you. Those frontline workers are special people. But
they are indeed.
You know, we had some practice time, but it was also finals week, so right. we're getting done with that. We actually have a prof. This should be illegal. That is given a final today on Friday. I mean, if I was a prof, I'd have mine done Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Well,
but I got one Friday, so we still got one guy.
I, for one, always appreciated finals time. It was a wonderful opportunity to show what you have moving forward. We are beginning the Big Ten schedule. That's going to be 7:00 at Northwestern against the now 3-1 Wildcats. And you know what, Tom, when you take a look at what's going on in the Big Ten, it's going to be the equivalent of a cage match this year. 7 Big Ten teams in the top 25, 4 in the top 15. There is no gimme anymore.
Yeah, it's really something. I think there's 3 other teams besides the 7 that are in the top 35. So you got 10 teams in some of the polls that are in the top 35. I mean, I'm not sure any one of us have ever seen that. So it's going to be tough sledding, as they say, and yet it's going to be exciting.
Let me ask you this: your club is 6-0, and they have shown moments of brilliance. Tom, there's no question. How, as you prepare to start the Big Ten schedule, how do you keep them on an even keel? How do you prevent them from not reading and really getting into the headlines that are in their favor right now?
Well, whatever the other word of brilliance is, we've had moments of that too. So, 28-point lead against Notre Dame and win by 10. So, I mean, we've had some ups and downs, and I told you guys we're playing a lot of people, but I really got a good group as far as that goes. I think a very humble group, and I have not seen that at all, and now it's real early, and like we've accomplished the world. And as I told you and everybody else, it's so hard to judge all these teams, you know. As I said about Greg Campy, you know, he's 0-7 or something, and yet, you know, went 21 days without practicing or playing, and then 3 days later plays 5 games in 7 days. So it's hard to evaluate where everybody is, but I do evaluate by how our practice going. We just had maybe my best academic semester in my career here. So there's some positive things with these guys, but a long, long way to go.
As we take a look at Northwestern, I mentioned, Tom, they're 3-1. They're coming off a 148 win over Quincy. The level of competition has been okay. Their only loss, close one, 71-70 to Pitt. But they did drop 14 threes on Quincy. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You launch the bombs, they go in. That's historically Northwestern, pretty good perimeter team, are they not?
Well, they are. And, you know, the loss to Pittsburgh, they had an 18-point lead. They had a 5-point lead with like a minute left. And then Pittsburgh went down and beat Miami at Miami by 16, and Miami beat Purdue. So that's what I'm saying. It's really hard, but this is a much improved Northwestern team. Last year, they started a lot of freshmen. They not only have some freshmen, but they have a very good transfer from William & Mary, who's leading them in scoring. So between transfers, illnesses, boy, I tell you that the normal fans are going to have trouble figuring out who's got who, because the coach has trouble figuring out who's got who. And it's going to be a little crazy, but this is a much improved Northwestern team, and I think one that's, you know, that's going to win more than their share of games this year.
I know you've commented, and by golly, you did earlier in our conversation, that you've played a lot of guys. Now, is that Tom Izzo trying to find a suitable rotation, or is that Coach Izzo using his strength in that depth situation to keep other guys fresh? It's 6 of this and half a dozen of the other, isn't it?
Well, it really is, Steve, and I think it's a little bit of both. Number one, there's not a lot of separation between guy 11 and guy 7. That's the good news and the bad news. You know, you hope somebody starts stepping forward. But at the same time, depth, I think of all the years I've coached, depth will be most important this year because of the pandemic. And, you know, our guys now are just coming off, the ones that were, you know, that had the virus. Most of them were in September. So they're 90 days right around now. So, you know, that's a worry for every coach. And that's why Christmas we're not going home over the holidays. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons. And right now I'm just happy that playing a lot of guys, my team has stuck together and there's not been a lot of jealousies. Guys pull for one another. It's been awesome. I can't complain about what my guys have done through this incredible situation that we've all had to deal with.
And it is incredible, Tom. I mean, you've dealt with it personally, COVID.
Yep.
Obviously, we're hoping that this basketball schedule can be played in its entirety because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. However, we know in this pandemic there are no guarantees. Obviously, we were looking forward to Coach Tucker and the football Spartans going to Maryland and playing that tilt. That ain't happening. How difficult is it, Tom, having been through this, to get a team ready to play a game that potentially at any given moment won't be played?
Well, that's what happened to us at Virginia. But, you know,
Right.
You look at both Michigan and Michigan State in football. I mean, you know, a rivalry like Ohio State and Michigan that's been 100 years. And there's a lot of things that this pandemic can do. And, you know, I know Coach Tucker, twice he was supposed to play Maryland now and wasn't able to. And there are games canceled. We're pretty lucky. We've hit 6 out of the first 7. And if we could stay with that and play 90-some% of our games, I think everybody'd be happy. Let's hope that the vaccine, you know, it was such a cool scene watching those trucks leave in Kalamazoo. That was pretty awesome. Our home state here, Pfizer, and you know, I think there's a lot of good
Pride.
things
A
coming.
lot of pride.
Yeah, a lot of pride. I would agree with that, and but it's not over yet. So we got some things to do, and I would just say what I always say: just keep masking up and take care of yourself. And Paul, you have a happy holiday and Hanukkah and everything. And for you, Steve, let's hope that Santa brings something besides that piece of coal. Have you been better this year than last year or not?
I was gonna say, Tom, that trip to Virginia wasn't a complete waste. I truly appreciate the refrigerator magnet you picked me up.
It sounds like I overdid myself.
Yeah, you really did. You overdid yourself, Coach.
Listen, I'm good for the holidays. Thank you very much. All the best against those Northwestern Wildcats. They're going to tip it off at Northwestern, 7 o'clock Sunday night. Pregame at 6, which means we'll go from Lions Titans right to MSU Hoops here on the Blowtorch. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Coach. Merry Christmas to you and Lupe and everybody.
You guys too, man. Thanks a lot. See you guys.
See you. Coach Tom Izzo. And game time on WJR broadcast time is 6 p.m. And Mr. Courtney, you'll have another busy weekend ahead of you. In fact, he's so busy he already left. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. The WJR players bring you live on Facebook, WJR's Facebook page, WJR.com. We'll bring you a live rendition with your WJR players of A Christmas Carol. Hope you can join us, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon online. 7:58 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
A couple more special families on this special Friday edition of the Paul W. Smith Show, our annual Christmas on Us broadcast presented by Ahee Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947. We've opened it up to not just military personnel, but also frontline heroes. And we'll get back to that here shortly. We'll also hear from Ike Mckinnon. He really was a mentor to Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon, who we lost last night to COVID-19. Still hard to believe. It is 7:59. Let's check our WJR traffic and weather first. Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Guernsey Farms Dairy. Guernsey Farms Dairy is celebrating 80 years of serving Michigan and wants to wish you a happy holidays. Enjoy the Guernsey Farms Dairy award-winning dairy products and special holiday eggnog this season at your local grocer or their newly remodeled store and restaurant in Northville. And visit GuernseyFarmsDairy.com to order carryout. Your right lane is closed on I-75 southbound between Verner Highway and Springwell Street for construction, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. As we continue to face COVID-19, we're now facing flu season, so to protect us all, let's hit this virus head on. Get your flu vaccine. Learn more at michigan.gov/flu. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Cloudy. It's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski, WJR News in about a minute.
Time to get your fix of Lions news. Here's Lions Daily with WJR's Steve Courtney.
The 5-8 now Lions going forward got their sights set on those Tennessee Titans. Everybody's hoping number 9 Matthew Stafford is able to go with that rib injury. However, if he is not, interim head coach Darrell Bevell talks about those in wait.
You'll always see that guy working. He's always right side by side with the other two quarterbacks. They communicate really well. It's a great room. There's a lot of give and take in there. There's a lot of information shared. And then you'll always see that kid staying after practice. You know, he'll take a bunch of scout team reps and then he'll stay after practice. And there's a couple of receivers that he'll get, and he'll kind of take himself through another practice. So I got nothing but confidence if we ended up going with David as well.
The Titans are 9-4. They're waiting for the Lions.
Can you take it off speaker or something?
Yes. Hello. Hi. I'm just doing a quick mic check for you folks, so you're ready to go for Paul.
Okay.
You sound pretty good, so I think yeah, easy. So you'll hear they'll punch the radio in, so you'll be able to hear when you're coming up. But other than that, just hang on out. Okay.
Right on.
All right. Thank you.
Died following a battle with COVID-19. He was 65. Napoleon was hospitalized late last month. He tested positive on November 17th. He was born in 1955 right here in Detroit, a Cass Tech grad. He went on to receive a degree from Detroit Mercy and Detroit College of Law, began his police career in 1975. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle knew Benny Napoleon for decades, and he tells Paul W. Smith Napoleon he was the real deal.
I learned early on in law enforcement, the good term of a police officer, peace officer, was a street corner politician. And, I think Benny Napoleon, he developed that early on. And what do you mean by that is somebody who knows how to engage people on the beat within their community. And he had done that all throughout his career.
Benny Napoleon, again, dead at the age of 65 due to COVID-19. Moderna, one step away from its vaccine being used to fight off coronavirus. Fox correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer reports.
The initial FDA panel approval was voted nearly unanimously, 20 in favor and then 1 absentee. The vote was the last step before the final FDA approval can be given. The FDA soon after said it would work rapidly to get the emergency authorization for the vaccine. Those shipments of the Moderna vaccine would then begin within hours of the FDA decision, which that could come as early as Friday. Moderna is expected to release an initial shipment of 6 million doses after that decision. Now, one difference between the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine is Moderna can be stored at regular refrigerator temperatures. Now, Pfizer is recommended to be stored at minus 70 degrees Celsius.
And health officials say 20 million Americans could be vaccinated by the end of this month. 2 children out of Madison Heights have been found safe after being the focus of an overnight Amber Alert. The 4-month-old and 1-year-old found safe at their grandparents' home in Toledo. No arrests made. Police say there are conflicting stories now as to what exactly happened here. Michigan reporting 4,024 new cases of COVID-19 and 190 deaths. 125 of those deaths were found after a review of records. Food assistance that started in March because of COVID outbreak has been extended to the end of the month. Those eligible will begin seeing additional food assistance on their bridge cards starting on the 21st. The change only applies to those who are not receiving the maximum benefit allowed. A federal grand jury in Michigan indicting 6 men yesterday accused of plotting to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Fox News correspondent Carmen Roberts reports.
Federal prosecutors say the men were linked to an extreme anti-government group known as the Wolverine Watchmen and targeted the governor because they were angry about COVID lockdown orders. The FBI says the men began plotting in June to kidnap the governor at her vacation home, but agents foiled those plans when 4 of the men met with an undercover agent to allegedly buy explosives. If convicted on the kidnapping conspiracy charges, the men could get life in prison. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
Checking the world markets this morning. China down, Nikkei's down. The futures are down here, the Dow futures, and London is up. For WJR News, I'm Marie Osborne. We have more with Paul W. Smith and Christmas on us in just a moment.
Did you hear that? That change. It's what electric propulsion sounds like. Dana's vehicle technologies are powering e-mobility. Dana technology may sound quiet, but in this case, that silence is powering the future of mobility itself. And Dana's electrified powertrain innovations are leading the charge. Dana, electrification delivered. Learn more at dana.com.
Tune into The Rich Paul Show Saturdays at 9 a.m., Mondays at 7 p.m. for the latest in investing, finance, and retirement talk. This week, we'll be talking end-of-year item checklists, so tune in to The Rich Paul Show Saturdays at 9 a.m., Mondays at 7 p.m. here on WJR.
With much of Michigan adjusting to a new normal, Henry Ford Health System is all for moving forward. What does that mean as we continue to battle this pandemic? Right now, moving forward means exploring all the ways to stay active and healthy, like sledding, skiing, or yoga, but also understanding how to do them safely. Moving forward also means not delaying important care, whether it's preventive or critical care, because while COVID-19 has our attention now, cancer, heart disease, and diabetes remain serious threats to our health. And of course, moving forward means masking up. because it's the most effective way to protect our loved ones and ourselves. Henry Ford Health System believes that right now, the best way forward is refusing to go back. And we're all for pushing ahead with you. Henry Ford Health System, all for you. Find more ways to move on at henryford.com/onward.
It's a new day, a day of winning big at Soaring Eagle. It's the $100,000 Stuff Your Stockings with Cash every Saturday in December. Each week, one lucky player will take home $10,000. New winners every hour starting at 6 p.m. and at 11 p.m. It's the $100,000 Stuff Your Stockings with Cash, only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
This is the Paul W. Smith Show on News Talk 760 WJR. It's Christmas on us. We're honoring Michigan's military. And this year, we're adding frontline workers and first responders watching over us in 2020 to our list of heroes. This morning's holiday special is presented by Ahee Jewelers. Now, for WJR's Christmas on Us, here's Paul.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Friday, December 18th, the 353rd day of 2020. There are 13 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that, but it is true. We have another fabulous Christmas on Us family that are sitting by at their home. You could see, if you're watching online, you could see the family, but you could also see with the video that Sean is giving us Christmases on Us in the past, where we would be all together in the studios. Couldn't do it this year, but I said, well, we're still doing Christmas on Us virtually, like everything in our lives. And very happy to welcome and congratulate our next family, the Rumble family of Fenton. Let's give a round of applause. Virtual applause. We've got Laura Rumble, the frontline worker staffing nurses before having to return home for their kids' schooling, and her husband alongside, Christopher, an active member of the U.S. Army National Guard. Nice to have both of you here, and I think your three little girls are with you. I see. Is that Sophia right there? Whoops. We've got Sophia, age 6, Savannah, age 5.
And then
Isaac. And Isaac, you've got a little boy. Isaac, where is Isaac?
He's still sleeping.
Well, Isaac's the smart one of all of us. We should all still be sleeping at 8:09 in the morning. But be that as it may, at 2.5, Isaac's more than welcome to do that. Sophia. Hi. I have a little girl named Sophia, too. And just last year, she was 6. And this year, she's 17. Is that possible? No, that's not possible. Do you like my sweater? It's ugly sweater day. Do you think it's ugly? I think it's a pretty good sweater. You know, it's got bells on the sleeves. And there's one other thing. How do you like the sweater now?
Whoa.
I like it now.
Do you? Well, I'm so glad, Sophia. And how about Savannah?
Savannah, you want to come up here?
Hi, Savannah. You like it? Oh, what do you have there? Do you have a little friend with you?
Her
What is your friend?
Nope, she's shy.
Okay. Well, congratulations. And you were nominated by your mother, Laura.
Yes.
How great. Another great WJR listener. And I know you've done a lot, certainly, Christopher, and including that 1-year deployment at Guantanamo Bay. Tell me a little bit about that. What was that like?
It was hard. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. I mean, being away from your family is one thing, but when you start to incorporate the holidays and the funny season and all of it's good times. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. But
yeah, and to go from not being able to be with the family to being with the family all the time, we can all relate to that. So, what are you going to be doing for Christmas, Laura?
What do I want to be doing for Christmas?
What will you be doing? Everybody just staying home?
Everybody is staying home. Yep. With
Okay.
everything going on right now, we're just
Good.
staying home and hanging out in our pajamas all day.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not in my pajamas.
Oh, you're not okay. So she's not in her pajamas. But Sophia and Savannah, do you wear face masks?
When they go to the store.
When you go out, if you have to go out, I know that sometimes you just have to. So if you go out, wearing your face mask and washing your hands with soap and water often, and being careful not to be too close to people, it's something we all have to do. It's still a very very big deal and very important problem. You're going to be visiting with other family members via the computer, like a lot of people, Zoom or one of those services.
Yeah, mostly just through video, saying hi to everybody and wishing them Merry Christmas, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, this will not be here forever, but it's still here, and we hope we all get through this as safely as we possibly can, and look forward to the better days ahead. But I'm happy to say, Rumble family, there in Fenton, this is not a bad day for you, because you are one of our Christmas on Us families. And let me tell you what you're going to get.
Oh my.
You have a gift package that includes a pair of Mikimoto 6.5 and 7 millimeter Akoya pearl stud earrings in 14 karat white gold, courtesy of Ahe Jewelers. Now, that's probably meant more for Laura than for you, Christopher. Not that there's anything wrong with that in this day and age.
I was talking about Sophia.
Well, listen, you can share them among the family. Why not? You share a lot of love, share that. And we have $860 in spending money, cash, courtesy of all of our generous Christmas on Us sponsors, including Guernsey Farms Dairy, McLaren Healthcare, the DB Family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingarts, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, Warren Consolidated Schools, Oxford Recovery Center, and all presented by our good friends at Ahe Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947. I salute you for the work you do, both of you, and for the way you keep the family together and still celebrate in spite of the troubles that we all face, and having a Christmas that is not one necessarily any of us would have chosen, but we all are making the best of our times and what we can do. And one day we'll remember these times. We will talk about them, maybe even laugh about them, but we're far away from that. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Sophia and Savannah. You did a great job being on the radio for the first time, I bet. We appreciate that. And thank you to the rest of the Rumble family of Fenton. Laura, God bless you. Christopher, and please tell Isaac one day what he missed at 2.5 while he was sleeping peacefully. Merry Christmas, folks.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. It is 8:14.
This report is sponsored by the Exergen Temporal Scanner. Fever is the leading sign of COVID-19. Use an accurate thermometer for twice daily checks. Protect your loved ones with the Exergen Temporal Scanner. It takes an accurate reading in seconds and is the only home thermometer recommended by hospitals, physicians, and clinics. Stay safe with Exergen.
And as we hit 8:15, our WJR traffic and weather. First, the one and only Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Liberty Title, protecting property since 1974. $2 billion a year is lost to cybercrime and identity theft in real estate transactions. Liberty Title insures and secures your closing dollars, now offering creative closing options to keep you safe, including remote online notarization, curbside, and contactless closings. You have a choice. Choose LibertyTitle.com. Your right lane is closed for construction on Pontiac Trail westbound before Haggerty Road, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Capital Grill Holiday Gift Cards. This holiday, get a 3-course meal for your family, including tenderloin, lobster, and shrimp, or get a Capital Grill gift card. Buy $500 or more and get 10% in bonus gift cards, and get a mahogany case with 4 perfectly balanced steak knives. Order now at thecapitalgrill.com. Here's your forecast.
Flurry snow showers still may be dancing around this morning. Might get some sun later today, 34. Overnight tonight becoming cloudy again, 28. Suburbs might be a little cooler. And some snow showers in tomorrow with high of 37. So not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Sunday mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 30s. From a Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.
Elevate your tailgate with Rinaldi Sausage. Lions Radio News Talk 760 WJR has teamed up with Rinaldi Sausage again this football season to elevate your tailgate. You could win a gas tailgate grill along with Lions logoed party essentials, including camp chairs, coolers, bag toss, football, and a selection of Michigan-made Rinaldi Sausage. Elevate your tailgate. To enter, text keyword sausage to 800-359-0957. Official rules at WJR.com. Get in the game with #1 Michigan-made Rinaldi Sausage. Always fresh, never frozen.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So what do you provide? Cookie cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
I have COPD, but that doesn't stop me from trying to make the most of every moment. So I take Yupelri, the first and only once-a-day nebulized COPD maintenance medicine, to help me with 24 hours of better breathing. Yupelri is a prescription medicine for adults used to treat chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which includes chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or both. Yupelri won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms. Yupelri should not be used more than once a day. Don't use Yupelri if you have sudden breathing problems or if you've had an allergic reaction to Yupelri or any of its ingredients. Before using Yupelri, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including glaucoma, prostate, liver, bladder, or urinary problems. They may worsen with Yupelri. Stop taking Yupelri and immediately seek medical help. Your tongue swells, you get hives, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Yupelri. Common side effects include cough, runny nose, upper respiratory tract infection, headache, and back pain. These are not all the possible side effects with Yupelri. See our ad in Better Homes and Gardens. Call 1-800-796-9526, talk to your doctor, or visit Yupelri, YUPELRI.com to learn more. Once daily Yupelri helps give me 24 hours of better breathing.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
Well, we just love having our Christmas on Us special broadcast presented by our dear friends at Ahee Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947, and our other sponsors. And what's been fun, too, is now for several years we have featured on National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, which today is, our very own ugly Christmas sweaters. And that's because they were born in Michigan, and I'd like to think we were there from the beginning. Now they're big deals all over the country. You'll see them on Good Morning America or the Today Show and any other place, and you'll see all the hosts wearing their ugly sweaters, as we did in our roundtable we do each morning from 5:30 to 6:15 when we're on camera every morning on social media. This morning we've stayed on camera and on 760 WJR as we introduce our very special families, our Christmas on Us recipients. Our old friend Jason Brown was an intern on our radio show a number of years ago. He has gone on to great success with Public City, his company, Public City, public relations, advertising, and such. And one of his clients early on was the uglychristmassweater.com family, if you will, and they still are fine clients and customers, and they're bigger than ever. We spoke in the past with the co-founder, Fred Wjr. This morning, we have the co-founder, brother Mark Wjr from uglychristmassweater.com. I didn't know if I was going to see Mark or not, but I guess just on the telephone. Mark, good morning.
Good morning.
How long ago did this begin?
We started in 2011. So the trend basically started with people wearing their grandparents' ugly sweaters that they either purchased them or they had themselves. And then everybody wanted something more, crazy and attracting. So like the sweater that you're wearing right now.
This one's pretty special. I have to tell you, I love this sweater with the bells on the sleeves, but I do feel like a cat that will never catch a bird again. And then the fact that it lights up, and for people watching, I've stood up a little bit each time so they can see the whole thing. It's really extra special and nice. But you really, you took a situation where when people started wearing Christmas sweaters originally, a lot of times people didn't know how to react. They would say, "Oh, that's nice," because you didn't want to hurt people's feelings. And it was oftentimes their grandparents' sweaters or whatever that were taken seriously. They weren't thought of as ugly sweaters. They were Christmas sweaters. As it turns out, they indeed were ugly. And in 2011, you understood that completely and you turned to that. And if people will go online to uglychristmassweater.com, folks, you will be absolutely astounded at how many variations of truly ugly sweaters there are that have been created. And as I understand it, Mark, you've also moved into now some custom sweaters, and a lot of companies are taking advantage year-round, not just Christmas time, but year-round with your custom sweaters, having the company logo on the sweater, which is cool.
Correct. Yep. We actually this year we started creating masks that match the sweaters also. But with the companies you were mentioning, Jason Brown earlier, and we worked with him to gain Popeyes and Uber and a few different other companies that we work with on creating sweaters for their brands.
It's funny. I'm glad you mentioned the masks because I did notice that in the catalog when we were ordering our sweaters. But I forgot to mention it all morning. So I'm glad you mentioned it. Imagine sweaters with a matching face mask. Talk about sign of the times and doing everything you need to do to accommodate your customers. When did you and your brother first realize that this might be bigger than you ever imagined?
Originally, when we started selling the sweaters, we were putting them up for bid on eBay, and the bids were just going higher and higher. We were very limited in our production back then, and we decided to go in 2012. We decided to go mass market and open up our own. In 2016, we opened up our own production facility in Michigan, where, as you said, you could customize sweaters online right now and still get them on time for Christmas.
So Jason Brown doing a good job for you with Public City in his PR firm. What was the first? I know you came with us right from the beginning because Jason had an in with us because we love him. He was one of our interns. We were thrilled to see how well he was doing. But what was the first national outlet that you went on, television, nationwide, and what kind of reaction did you get?
Good Morning America was the first big outlet that featured our sweaters, which was very, very big. And from there it went Jenna and Huda and the Today Show and Kelly and Michael at the time.
Yeah.
When Kelly was with Michael Strahan.
Mm-hmm. And I got to believe, especially that first time on GMA, it changed everything.
Definitely did. We weren't really ready for the rush, but we worked all night and the next day to get orders out for Christmas.
So in the beginning, it was just the two of you. Now how many people are working with you at uglychristmassweater.com?
There's about 60 people right now working in the warehouse.
Good for you. And you started out as a Michigan company. You have stayed a Michigan company.
We did. We also built our production facility here, and we look to keep growing in Michigan.
I understand there's still time. If people want to go online, take a look at the sweaters and order some.
definitely. You could actually even purchase a custom sweater still and get it for Christmas.
Still?
Yep.
That's really something. That's quick. That's quick turnaround.
Is right in Commerce Township. So we make them right off the press and ship them out.
Excellent. So do it, folks. You're going to love it. A last-minute idea for a great Christmas present for somebody who has everything, but not yet their own ugly Christmas sweater. Uglychristmassweater.com. Go online and do a little business with these Michiganders, Mark Wjr, who joined us, and his brother Fred. And I probably asked Fred this in the past. I don't think you're any relation to the only other Wjr I know, which is Labib and Karen Wjr at the fabulous Beirut restaurant in Toledo. So I don't think you're related.
No, we're not, but I'd go visit one day.
I want us all to put on our ugly sweaters and walk into the Beirut restaurant in Toledo and surprise them. And I bet one way or another, you're cousins. Because aren't we all cousins? Those of us who are Lebanese, I think we're all cousins.
True. You're right.
All right. Merry Christmas to you, Mark. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the sweater. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Go to uglychristmassweater.com and you're going to really enjoy shopping, seeing what they have and getting some for yourself and for loved ones for this Christmas. It is 8:27 WJR.
This report is sponsored by the Exergen Temporal Scanner. These may be uncertain times, but what is certain is that every family needs a reliable thermometer. Protect your family with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, the only home thermometer used and recommended by hospitals, physicians, and clinics. Stay safe with Exergen.
Coming up, we'll have our final Christmas on Us family for 2020, and we'll have an important and sad conversation with Ike Mckinnon, who was mentor to Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon, who you may have heard by now we lost last night to COVID-19, incredibly and unfortunately. At 8:28, we check now, taking care of a little business with our WJR Traffic and Weather First and Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Your right lane is closed for construction on Pontiac Trail westbound before Haggerty Road, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 Mile for sinkhole repairs. Now WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Cloudy. It's 28 degrees. I'm Rich Luzinski, WJR News, in about 1 minute.
This year, we've all been taking actions to keep ourselves and our loved ones healthy, like wearing a face covering, minimizing contact with others whenever we're out in public. Please do this. It's a smart thing to do. And wash your hands often for at least 20 seconds. Regular soap is fine. Well, now it's the flu season. The flu season is upon us, and my friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan want to remind everyone that there's never been a more important time to get the flu shot. It is a smart, safe, and simple way to protect yourself as well as everyone around you. By keeping people healthy from seasonal illnesses like the flu, we can reduce the strain placed on healthcare resources and allow healthcare workers to continue to focus their efforts in the fight against COVID-19. So, this flu season, now, give it a shot. I did. It's the right thing to do. You can get one at your doctor's office or a participating pharmacy. There also may be additional resources available within your community or through your place of employment. Plus, if you're lucky enough to be a Blue Cross or Blue Care Network member, you can get a flu shot at no cost. So, help do your part in keeping everyone in Michigan healthy and give it a shot. Learn more at bcbsm.com/preventflu. That's bcbsm.com/preventflu. 8:30 WJR.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
We're all feeling the weight of COVID-19, but for kids in poverty this Christmas, things are desperate. Bring joy to a child when you make your special year-end gift to Compassion International. Just text GIFT to 83393. That's GIFT to 83393.
Benny Napoleon, the Wayne County Sheriff, has died of complications of COVID-19. Napoleon diagnosed on November 17th, hospitalized a short time later after having trouble breathing. His daughter, Tiffany, said he helped make the decision to go on a ventilator to heal. Benny Napoleon was 65. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle says Benny Napoleon was a natural leader with a personal touch.
Every time you
Hello, Mark. How are you today?
Good. How's it going?
Hi, I'm Sean. I am the IT guy. I just wanted to real quick just double check your microphone's working and everything. Sounds good from what I can hear. So I'll just have you on the stream, and then Paul will join us very shortly. And then I'll patch the radio in as well so you can hear what's going on, and then you'll be good to go.
Sweet. I will warn you, I'm running my internet off of a puck.
Okay.
So it's the only way to do it here. So if I go out, that's fine.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
One abstaining. That was a better outcome than what Pfizer got last week. The panel's vote is key in the FDA's decision-making, though it's expected an emergency use authorization will be granted as early as today, triggering the Trump White House's distribution of about 6 million doses of Moderna vaccine already produced. Eben Brown, Fox News.
And negotiations on coronavirus relief legislation could stretch into the weekend. Legislators say they will work on that. Fox News correspondent Rachel Sutherland has more on that.
Hello, I see we also have Rachel joining us. Hi, or is it Rochelle?
Rochelle.
Rochelle, hi, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Sean. I'm the tech guy. Just want to make sure your mic's working all great and everything. Awesome as that. We got Paul here. So sounds good on my end. Yeah, I'll leave you to Paul.
Morning, Paul.
How
Doing
are
well
you
on
guys?
yourself?
Excellent. Thanks for being
Rochelle,
here.
yeah.
It's Rochelle. Yep. And Mark Mullador.
Yep.
Am I saying it right? See, with a name like Smith, I never get it. These other names, I don't always get them right. Let me. Oops, I got to find something real quick here.
I gotta kill this.
I hope you're having a. What's that?
I gotta kill this fly. I got a fly buzzing.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a fly hanging around. Okay.
COVID's worse.
Yes, you're right. Well, that's true. She got right to the point there, Mark. Let's see. Can I hear the station just so I know where we are?
Responding in a letter by saying that the comments made and the accusations made in the letter were not accurate. Checking the world market update this morning. China and Nikkei are both down. London is up. The Dow futures are down. For WJR News, I'm Marie Osborne. Paul W. Smith and Christmas on Us continues in just a moment.
Tune into the Rich Paul
Mark,
Show
are you
Saturday
in the
at
Middle
9
East
a.m.,
right now?
Mondays at 7 p.m. for the latest in investing, finance, and
Where
retirement
are
talk.
you?
This week we'll be talking end-of-year item checklist.
I am in Kuwait.
Tune into the Rich Paul Show.
You're in Kuwait?
Yes.
Right now. God bless you.
Stay on the right track to 9 Mile and Mac. Roy O'Brien Pumps and Cars, make your money back.
Find spectacular savings on your favorite Ford vehicles during our Built for the Holiday sales event. With Roy O'Brien's Fast Track program, you can pick your next vehicle, pick your payment, even value your trade-in, then enjoy convenient home or office delivery. Happy holidays!
Roy O'Brien has the best deal around.
I'm Ann Thomas. Congratulations to the 12 members of the 2020 Women Who Lead class, presented by General Motors. Dr. Darian Hudson, CEO of United Way for Southeastern Michigan, credits her team for her success.
What I love most about my job at United Way is that we represent everyone. And so this honor actually represents all of the hard work, literally, of millions of people who are trying to make this region work every day.
To learn more about Dr. Hudson, listen to her interview with Paul W. Smith at WJR.com.
Hi, folks. Craig Hubble, General Manager at Crestview Cadillac in Rochester. This is the month I want you to be driving a new Crestview Cadillac. You know, your safety is our top priority here. And I have a ton of 2020 and 2021 Cadillacs in stock, ready to deliver to you tonight, fully sanitized. These are the best prices of the
Can't
year.
get these in Kuwait, Mark.
We pull ahead Cadillac business every day. You always get a Cadillac owner here. Call us now. See us on Rochester Road or at CrestviewCadillac.com.
Elevate your tailgate with Rinaldi Sausage. Lions Radio News Talk 760 WJR has teamed up with Rinaldi Sausage again this football season to elevate your tailgate. You could win a gas tailgate grill along with Lions logo party essentials, including camp chairs, coolers, bag toss, football, and a selection of Michigan-made Rinaldi Sausage. Elevate your tailgate. To enter, text keyword sausage to 800-359-0957. Official rules at WJR.com. Get in the game with #1 Michigan-made Rinaldi Sausage. Always fresh, never frozen.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
I tell you, it is such a good holiday season in spite of all the bad stuff. It is a fabulous holiday season. Let me explain why. We did our Hunger Free in the D with Tom and Vicky Celani, the Celani Family Foundation, the kids and all, Dario Bergamo. We've done Mitch's fundraiser. We've done a lot during this holiday season. And our friends and family of listeners have done the same thing. I salute Mark Snethkamp, Senior and Junior, from the Snethkamp Automotive family. They collected over $25,000 from employees, friends, and customers for the Gleaners Food Bank. Now that's just fabulous. And Mark wanted to thank as many of his employees, friends, and customers as he could. And I said, I can help you with that right here on this big blowtorch, 50,000 watt WJR radio. And again, as I said, Hunger Free in the D and Mitch's gathering and so many others during the year that we raise a lot of money for people. But this is also a special day when we do our Hunger Free in the D remembrance and our Christmas on Us broadcast and all this other great stuff that's going on. And it gives us an opportunity usually to bring people into the studio and spend time with them. Had we done that today, we wouldn't be able to meet both of these people because it would be Rochelle Mullador all by herself. Because Rochelle is a frontline worker and her fine husband, Mark, is in the U.S. Army. And he is deployed to the Middle East and is speaking to us live from Kuwait. So there's an advantage to everything. If you look for the silver lining, Rochelle, Mark, the silver lining is we have you both. We couldn't have otherwise.
Definitely.
Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
Mark, God bless you for what you're doing for this country. We appreciate it. And for you, Rochelle, you were, if I believe you were, who were you nominated by? Your aunt?
My aunt. Yep.
Tell me a little bit about your aunt.
Oh, she's awesome. She's like a second mother to us, and she actually surprised us. I was not expecting this at all, but we're so thankful to be here today.
Well, we're thankful to have you here. Rochelle works with Wayne State Health, the health department, I think, doing COVID-19 testing at various mobile sites. And your aunt says all the right good things about you, just like you said nice things about her. You're selfless with your time. Selfless with your time. In addition to your work, you help care for your two nieces and nephew.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Takes
Mark?
a village to take care of those kids.
Well, I guess it's true, and that includes taking care of Sarge.
Yes, he's in the backyard right now because he'd be a little too crazy on this video chat.
Well, we should let people know that Sarge is their dog.
Not
a child. Sarge, you go outside. And so that's good to know. taking good care of Sarge. And Mark, how long have you been deployed?
So
It's been 6 months.
Yeah,
6 months.
Yep.
Is this your first moment away from home for Christmas?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Well, I'm here to tell you we're here to support you in every way. You've got family and friends who are standing by Rochelle, so she won't be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that makes you feel better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, she's got a rock solid support system.
A rock solid support team. Breaking up just a little bit, but that part I heard. Rock solid support, and that's what we need at a time like this. And we're so happy that you, in fact, are our final family for Christmas on Us 2020, a very special edition that, in fact, worked to our favor to be able to be there, Mark, with you in Kuwait, reminding you, you are not alone. You are not forgotten by any stretch. We salute you and we thank you for this incredible service to our country. A little music, maestro, as we tell Rochelle and Mark Mullador. This is mostly aimed at Rochelle first. A gift package that includes a pair of Mikimoto 5x5 by 6 millimeter Akoya pearl stud earrings in 14 karat white gold, courtesy of our friends at Ahe Jewelers.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And we think you'll find it helpful that we have $860 in spending money.
Awesome.
Courtesy of all of our generous Christmas on Us sponsors, which I thank again and again and again. Guernsey Farms Dairy, McClellan Healthcare, the DB Family, Hungry Howie's, Kearns Brothers, Weingarts, Michigan Center for Fertility and Women's Health, Warren Consolidated Schools, Oxford Recovery Center, and presented by Ahe Jewelers, celebrating life's special moments since 1947.
Wow, thank you so much for that.
You're so welcome. God bless you, Rochelle, for all the work you're doing on the home front line. And Mark Mullador representing this country on the international front there in Kuwait. We wish you both safety and thank you both for all you do. And may you have a very special Merry Christmas and be back together again soon.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. It is 8:43.
This report is sponsored by Merrill. When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing has personalized tools and insights to help you find answers. Get started at merrilledge.com/withinreach. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC.
We've got our WJR Traffic and Weather first and Rich Luzinski.
WJR Traffic First is sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet's December specials are fantastic. Real GM employee pricing for everyone. Plus, you'll get all the Gordon and GM incentives. Inventory is slim, so don't wait. No money down. Leases starting under $200. And lease pull ahead programs. Ford Road just west of Merriman and Garden City. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Your right lane is closed for construction on Pontiac Trail westbound. That's before Haggerty Road, and your roadway is reduced to one lane on Shaner in both directions between 21 and 22 mile. Still have that sinkhole to keep in mind there. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Chilly weather sticking around, and a little bit of rain and snow to deal with here. Might have a flurry or a snow shower this morning, otherwise becoming partly cloudy later, 35. Overnight.
Doing okay, Deb?
Yeah, good.
That was good. You're right. We were able to.
We couldn't have done that otherwise, right?
No, it was cool. It's
I
kind
thought
of
it was
sad,
very
though.
cool. It is sad.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I agree. I thought it was really, really cool. Plus, people got to see the little ones who were really cute on camera.
Right.
So anybody watching this got to see that, which was really nice. So I just
We should
texted you.
never forget these people and never take them for granted.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
What was that, Ann?
I just texted you that Mike Pence has gotten a vaccine. Just got it, which is interesting. That could be helpful people, if he's doing it, maybe more people will do it. I guess he just did it live somewhere.
Yeah, I read earlier that he was going to do that, getting it live. I think Walter Reed at Walter Reed Medical Center. Of course, as the head of the coronavirus task force, you would expect him to do that. Of course, we would also expect our president of the United States, Donald Trump, to do that as well.
Apparently, he can't get one yet.
Because
I guess he's too soon out of COVID.
Yeah, they don't know how long those antibodies last.
Yeah, I think.
But I think it would be helpful, and it'd be real helpful if he wore a mask when he went to go get his shot, in terms of having an impact on people who still, for some reason or another, don't believe and don't understand what Dr. Freud told me. Channeled Dr. Freud, who's been dead a long time, but he said, you know, Paul, sometimes a mask is just a mask. It's not a political statement. It's a health statement.
Yeah.
And it's not just caring about you, it's caring about everyone around you.
How about all these frontline workers that we've been talking to?
Oh, and they just are saying, please, people, wear the mask, social distance, wash the hands. And they're not political, they're medical.
No, they're trying to go to work every day and keep themselves from getting it too. I mean,
they're tired of holding people's hands as they die.
God.
They're tired of holding up a computer screen so that people buy that can't do it in person. They are burned out.
Exactly. I mean, it's crazy. Ooh, not good. All right, so Ike, there, Ike is there. So I'll go backstage and let you chat with our buddy Ike.
Okay.
All right.
Are we? We're on the line, but not on air yet. I'll know when we're on air. Right?
You'll know.
So
We should hear it.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect for me. I had a career breakthrough. I would have never found this job if it wasn't for ZipRecruiter.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome back to Paul W. Smith on WJR, honoring Michigan's military, as well as the frontline workers and first responders protecting us in this pandemic. It's Christmas on Us, presented by Ahee Jewelers. Once again, here's Paul W. Smith.
There has been a pall cast over our entire broadcast. I mentioned it earlier this morning and said I could not dwell on it given our duties for the day and the joy of celebrating life's special moments and Christmas on us. But we did have to break the news this morning that came to us late last night after 10 o'clock that we lost Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon, another COVID-19 victim that really hit close to home and was a gut punch to all of us, but especially to a man who guided Benny as a very, very young man in his work. That's former Detroit Police Chief Ike Mckinnon, who as a lieutenant at the time advised Benny Napoleon, young Benny, to pursue his education. And the younger officer took Ike McKinnon's advice, earning a criminal justice degree from the University of Detroit Mercy in 1982. And his career advanced, and he continued to advance his education, as Ike had suggested. In fact, he attended law school at night, earning his law degree from the Detroit College of Law in 1986. And there's much more to the story, but we wanted to talk to Ike on this very difficult morning, our former police chief, Ike McKinnon. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Paul W. How are you?
I'm good. This one's a hard one to take. I don't know. This guy was so positive, so happy, always had a great smile on his face, was always willing to help everybody. And when I spoke to Wayne County Executive earlier this week, Warren Evans, and I asked how Benny was doing, his answer concerned me, but I didn't want to think for a moment that he was at that point at death's doorstep, but the fact that he was still on a ventilator concerned me greatly. What can you tell us?
Well, when we first found out about this, certainly we were concerned, but we figured, okay, he's still a young man. He's healthy. He's never drank or smoked or anything like that. And the thing's going to be okay. But the longer he stayed, the more I was concerned. And I started getting calls earlier this week from people as far away as Florida, former law enforcement officers who were concerned. Then, of course, last night I got the call from the deputy chief in another community who said that things are really looking bad and it's not good. Now, what you don't know, Paul W., is that Benny is the godfather of my youngest son. You met Jason at one point, yeah. And so there's a closeness there, and it really hit Jason, quite hard last night. So it's very difficult. For those of us who knew him well, for those of us who worked with him, we obviously knew him as this great person who worked hard. But as a family person, literally, it was so much for all of us. I've known him since he was 18 years old, and we've been around for a long time. And I saw something in him that said, this guy's going to go far. So, Benny, get your education. And he stood by it.
Yes, he did indeed. If Tiffany or any of the other family members were able to be with him, or was it the same for this sad story with Benny that we've heard so many times that people end up dying with strangers rather than with family? Was anyone able to be with him? Do you know, Ike?
What I understand from last night, and I had people called who were there, that there were family members who were there. But by that time, it was certainly much too late, But you would hope that someone could be there. But I think by that time, he had reached a level where was probably not able to recognize certain things.
Yeah. What are you going to remember most, Ike McKinnon, about this man that you knew since he was 18?
There's so many things because I worked with Benny. We talked so often or so much, but I remember this, Paul W. You remember the Nancy Kerrigan situation?
Oh, yeah.
I was chief. He was my deputy chief. And Benny literally ran into my office and he said, Ike, he said, I'm sorry, chief. I said, Benny, come on. We're old friends. He said, listen, I just got a call from Clackamas County, Oregon, from someone who says they know who committed this, who set this crime up. And I said, oh, Benny. So we got the call. We made a call back out there. And Benny was the one who solved the Nancy Kerrigan case.
He was the eyes and ears and face of Detroit law enforcement nationwide. Nationwide.
Yes. Yeah, it was just incredible. And it set a tone for us that was beyond anything that we could imagine at that time, because people realized that we were different, that we could solve things and we could do it and we could smile as we did it. And the people loved the way that we did certain things, and it made a difference for not only for the police department, for the people in the city. And I think in our state and around the country, people got to know that it was different now.
Well, we're all going to miss Benny Napoleon, Ike.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you coming on board to share some of your thoughts for the young man you mentored and helped a great deal and loved. And so we thank you for that, Ike. We love you.
Thank you so much, Paul W. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I say make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. again today, sadly. And I do mean again, we are reminded of that. All right, look, we will have some great programming coming up, continuing the news. Stand by for news. We've got the Frank Beckman Show. Don't forget, 4 o'clock tomorrow, online, WJR.com, and our WJR Facebook page and all the social media. We'll be doing a Christmas Carol live with the WJR players. I hope you'll tune in for that tomorrow at 4. So for Ann Thomas, Brian Morton, Mike Kim, and you, my beloved audience, the only people we do this for is for you. I want to wish you a very special Merry Christmas. Hope you had a happy Hanukkah if you celebrate it. Hope you have a happy Kwanzaa if you celebrate it. But I suggest we celebrate everything with our Relentless Positive Radio. I will look forward to being with you in 2021 and hope and pray it will be a much better year. Meanwhile, please stay safe. Please stay masked. Wash your hands. Social distance. Don't do stupid things now after being so smart for so long. Don't say, well, it's Christmas, I can't skip Christmas. No one's asking you to skip Christmas. We're just asking you to stay safe this Christmas and every day. Regards, Paul W. Smith.
This report is sponsored by the Exergen Temporal Scanner. Don't take chances with COVID-19 in your